You're their forfeit.
These are so embarrassing.
To win any motherfucker over is being funny.
Nice work, you dunce.
Sports are such a tribal thing, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, look at the Raiders. Look at how cultural the Raiders is. I mean,
that's so weird. Like all the LA fans and like Raiders wasn't in LA for so long.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense to me.
That is actually crazy.
I mean, the most natural pivot for them is to be in Las Vegas. It's like the most natural possible pivot for the Raiders. If they own any city, it'll be that one.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
It makes sense. Vegas is a very Raiders type vibe.
Las Vegas, more like lost wages. Am I right, guys? Come on. We're trying.
You're just all quirky today, aren't you?
Like I said, I'm trying to be silly. I'm trying to be silly. Trying to get silly.
Trying to get silly with it?
Getting silly with it. Na 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 na.
Getting silly with it.
Na 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 na. Getting silly with it. Na 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 na. We have no rhythm. We really can't even.
I was trying to catch it with you, but I think this is a little bit delayed.
Yeah, there's like no.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
So we ready, Mick, or what? Watch, I'm going to keep asking
I think he said we're ready. He's trying to signal to us.
He already told us like 3 times. I just like to keep asking him because it makes him mad.
I'm going to try it. Okay. Hey, Mick, you think we're ready?
Are we all good? Just making sure you're ready over there.
And he just ignores me.
That's good. I'd ignore you too if I was him.
You're the point of contact. He has to go through Jonny.
Oh,
why don't you introduce us?
You got a problem with me, man? What are you trying to say?
All right, come back to me. Let's do this thing. Let's do this. Welcome to Thee Stool Podcast. My name is Jonny, aka JonnySavag. Ow, in my arm. Sitting on my right is Anthony.
Yo, it's me, Anthony, aka Anthony Savage.
On
the bitch board today.
No, that's my thing. That's not your thing.
Wait.
That's my actual artist name.
No, but I'm Savage too.
No, I know you can be a savage, but today you should be Anthony Silly, not
yeah,
being real silly today.
And who's on the
bitch board today?
The best one.
The one who's best at it.
I'm the best.
The best
at it. So you can expect a quality show today, guys.
Yeah.
He's not
Mick,
wrong though. He's the best one at it.
Dunce.
I'm second best. Anthony sucks at it.
I suck at it.
In studio today we got. I've known this guy for a long time. I don't think he actually remembers the first time I met him. He might remember. He says.
I might actually remember.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
My homie Zack Perez from Astral Media sitting in studio with us today.
Do you hit the Perez hard Hispanic like Perez? Zack Perez.
It's kind of depends on who I'm talking to.
Okay, yeah. You fluctuate.
Code switch a little bit.
There you go.
Like if I'm at a quinceañera, of course I'm going to pull that out. You know.
Hello, I'm your video guy, Zack Perez.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that's smart. I mean, that's a good way to do it.
But you know, if you're in Orange County, just Perez.
I'm Zack P.
What's going on, guys? Zack P. How's it going?
He doesn't even say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zack. So how you been, brother? What's up? I just saw you 2 weeks ago or something like that. He just shot a music video for my band D&G. It was a long session. It was fun though. But tell us how you been. What you been up to?
Dude, it's been amazing. Just honestly, just really focused on filming, doing my thing. Just trying, kind of cliche, but just trying to like improve with every project.
That's just what we all do.
One up the last one kind of thing.
Right. That's good. That's good. What do you do? There's some people that might be listening, watching. They don't know what you do. Tell them what you do.
Yeah. So I'm a video director, editor, director of photography. So camera operator, if you're not like a film person. And I've been doing that for like close to 10 years.
Nice.
It's been like my full-time thing. So
hell yeah. Yeah, I know you. I think when I met you, you were doing photography. And I believe
probably just getting into it.
Yeah, and I believe it was you and Hugo, maybe. Was it Hugo? Do you know a Hugo?
Johan? We're talking about Johan?
Hugo.
No. I don't know who
What's
that is.
Johan Vasquez?
The only Hugo that comes to mind is the dude from Aristea.
No, I'm talking about back in the day, bro. You were a kid. How old are you? You're like my age.
I'm 30.
Okay. I'm 6 years older than you.
Yeah.
But I remember.
But I was a young kid in the scene.
Yeah, you were a young kid in the scene. I remember that. I mean, I wasn't that old back then. But,
right.
But I remember you and.
I was like younger than most people.
Right.
You're sure you're not thinking of Johan?
I don't know who that is.
No? Mm-mm. He was like right around that time.
I'm trying to think. I don't know a photographer named Hugo.
Maybe it was somebody else then. I remember it was you and somebody that was
Are you thinking about Grizzly?
Shows. Huh?
Are you thinking about Grizzly Productions? Because that's what I did before photography. Like when I was booking shows.
Maybe that then.
Because you might be thinking of Dan.
I don't know.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Jonny to just fabricate a human named Hugo.
That's probably right.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, Hugo. I only know one.
I don't know what Hugo's been in my mind this whole time. He's another one of my friends that does photography. But I swear.
You remember Hugo? He had the green beard. He wore the clown suit. He showed up when I was really sad and alone all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was just, maybe I met both of you guys at the same time. That could be it too. It was during the To Kill For era for me.
Nice.
So that's when
I remember To Kill For, obviously.
I think that's when I met you. That was a while back.
That was like, geez, that must have been, bro, like 2009 or something.
Yeah. I think that's our first time I remember. Because your name always stuck in my head and your face. I just remember faces very, very well.
Yeah, that's back when I had like long hair and everything. So
you'd always wear a beanie.
Yeah.
See? I know I remember. See?
You know, that's how I know you remember. Yeah. The beanie is the most important part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's crazy. But it's just crazy from going from that and then to where you are now is pretty, pretty crazy. You've been in the scene this whole time and doing a lot of things, which is dope. I like it.
So what's made you evolve in that way from how you used to do things to how you do now?
It was kind of just like a natural progression because like I got in the scene pretty much like as a fan at first. Just going to shows.
I was talking about the haircut. The hair.
Oh, the hair. Got you. You know what?
I'm kidding. I'm obviously joking.
Basically, I just kept the beanie on until I decided I think I like the beanie more than the hair. I should just cut the hair, keep the beanie.
There you go.
You know.
But yeah, all seriousness. What have you always been into doing videos? Have you always had a thing for it, or?
Yeah. So basically the way I got into that was to like tell a long story in a short form. I got into the scene just as a fan of the music. I loved like MySpace deathcore and all that kind of stuff, metalcore. And then like early on in high school, like I believe it was 9th grade, I joined a deathcore band as well. So I was doing that for a little while.
Yep.
As it goes, like you meet a lot of people in the scene when you play shows.
Right.
Eventually met Dan and Donald, who I ended up kind of joining to do Grizzly Productions, which is like promoting, like booking shows, like mostly in the Pomona area.
Right.
We booked everywhere: Glass House, PBW, Latin Junior.
PBW.
I remember all of those venues.
And then we had our own venue for a little while in Upland called the Grizzly Den.
I remember that.
Yeah,
that lasted maybe like 2.5
Next
years.
To that, what?
3 years.
It always reminds me of is right close to that. It was a place called the Sandwich. It was yeah.
Which? One of those?
Yeah.
Which? Yeah.
Well, no, this place was literally called the Sandwich, which is not a great title, but like it was called the Sandwich. Like
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Was it right next to the gas station?
Yeah.
In the corner.
Yep. Yeah. No, and I remember I was like, it was like one of the only places I could walk to while I was waiting, to play a show or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was good. It was expensive. Not there anymore.
Was the sandwich just good though?
No, it was good. It was delicious.
Yeah. It was a cool location. It was a little isolated just because it was out in like
it's
kind
like
of
off in its own little
industrial
outlet right there. Yeah.
Did they have a Reuben sandwich?
The one that I always get is like this Dagwood style kind of sandwich. So turkey, Dagwood, like I think that's what they call like the turkey lettuce tomato combo kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah. So it was good. It was good. Good ingredients.
That's just a
good
turkey
bread
club.
Maybe.
Zach, what's your favorite sandwich?
Ooh, it's a hard one. Favorite sandwich? Probably
hard one.
That is.
Now I'm thinking about it.
I'm really trying to think about this. I feel like it changes.
Yeah.
But I do like my sub, like meatball sub. You can't really go wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't go wrong with
and that's like the
sub.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first thing that came to my brain.
What about you, Jonny? You go first.
I think I had to think about it for a second, but if we're thinking about a sandwich that I can just go and get, it'd be Capriati's, the Hot Bobby.
You've talked to me about this before. This does sound delicious.
Amazing.
It does sound
basically good. Like Thanksgiving dinner in a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
It's turkey, cranberry, stuffing, mayonnaise.
I made myself not probably exactly the same way that they do it, but that after Thanksgiving, I made myself a couple of toasted bread, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, turkey, and cranberries.
The way they do their turkeys, they actually roast them and carve them.
Yeah.
So it's not like the sliced turkey we get at a deli.
Yeah, no, it's like
legit turkey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man,
that makes all the difference right there. That with the gravy and the sweet of the cranberry.
Yeah. And then I just realized there's one next to my work, like literally across the street.
You got to send me the locations of these places. I'm a sandwich fiend. Right now, the best I have near me is Togo's, and that's because they shut down the Gandolfo's that's over there off of 6th Street, which is a bummer because I feel like that's where my favorite sandwich was.
Yeah.
They had the I Love New York, and it's a Reuben. It's on the marble rye.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's got a combination of it's got the sauerkraut. And a combination of this this Russian dressing, but it's not just the red Russian dressing. They put something else in it that makes it like a creamier sauce. And then it's corned beef and pastrami, Swiss cheese. Whew. And it's like this thick. It's a true sandwich experience.
I need to try that.
Like I said, they shut it down. The only other one that I know of is I think it's Pico Rivera.
What was that one called?
Gandolfo's, and
Did they have a sandwich called You Shall Not Pass? No? I'm trying. I'm getting into it.
Dude, when I lived in Pasadena, there was a breakfast spot that had an amazing Reuben, like one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reubens are a heavy sandwich. You got to know what you're in for. But man, it's just so savory.
I think the only one that I know that I've tried around here that was pretty good was Archibald's. I think Archibald's, the burger place in Chino.
Okay.
Archibald's is really
I think I might have been there.
Burgers are bomb.
Nice.
But they also, I think it was them that they had the Reuben sandwich. Super good. Try it.
Yeah. You are watching The Sandwich Podcast. That's a good little sidebar, though.
Quick question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, dude, this is a big debate for people.
Was it a hot dog? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, because they say the definition of a sandwich
to like a quesadilla if you think about it, because you're folding.
Right.
It's like almost a quesadilla.
They say that the definition of a sandwich is 2 pieces of bread sandwiching ingredients.
Okay.
So if you go by that loose thing, I mean, a hot dog does meet that, but so does a taco, I guess.
So is a burger.
A taco's a sandwich too.
If you go by that metric,
I'm not going to say, can I get a fucking burger cheese sandwich? I'm not going to say that.
It's a good point. But do you consider...
Can I get a chicken cheese sandwich?
To what degree are we separating that? Like where it's like, okay, so a burger technically is sandwiching ingredients between 2 pieces of bread.
Right. I think for...
Yes! Do we have Jonny drops? Is that what that is?
I think the sandwich is... It's all like... It's surround sound sheeshes.
That should be the whole podcast.
Please listen to this podcast in your headphones and surround sound.
Yeah.
No, Mick has a whatchamacallit now, a soundboard.
Nice.
There's some funny ones in there.
Nice.
Pretty great.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Pretty sick. So we got that at our disposal now. Anyway, a sandwich is something I feel like the ingredients side, inside of it are sliced ingredients.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Sliced ingredients.
Yeah, so like the turkey is sliced turkey.
Whole cuts.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, how do you explain a meatball sandwich then? It's not sliced. Meatball sub.
It's a sub, not a sandwich.
See, now we're really getting into this shit. Now we're really
There's genres now. There's different.
Yeah.
Inside.
Then okay, if you get a hot dog and you slice it up into really thin pieces, I say that's basically a cold cut.
Places will serve a Frankfurter like that, like the big fat ones. They'll slice them right down the middle when they cook them and serve them to you like that, so it's sliced.
That is
Your definition is null and void.
Then I'd say that is a sandwich, not a hot dog.
Oh, that's a hot dog sandwich. This is a wild debate right here.
What about a hot link though?
A hot link?
I love hot links, dude. So good.
Yeah, that's a pure hot dog. I mean, you're not slicing
just straight up.
Yeah. You poke it a little bit to get, cooked.
All right, all right. We're gonna put the button on this. We'll end it this way. All right, we'll bring this conversation full circle. We ask favorite sandwiches. How do you eat a hot dog? What's the best? How do you do? Is it you Dodger dog style, cheese in the middle? You want chili cheese dog? What are we doing?
I like a Chicago style dog. Has the little bit of onion,
lettuce,
relish, tomatoes.
Pickle, maybe?
Usually you get the pickle in there. Yeah.
Nice.
I think I like it like that. You'll get the green chilies sometimes. Wiener Schnitzel has some like that.
That is good.
I think I'm
going chili cheese dog all the way, especially from Pink's. Maybe onion, maybe not. Whatever I'm in the mood for. That's the best hot dog for me. What about you, Zach?
I can see that.
Man, Chicago dog is good, but my first instinct was the Echo Park, street dog one.
Yeah, I mean, how do you do that?
Right,
you get out of the show late night. You smell that? Yeah. You're doing that cartoon, drag your feet, as you float to it.
There's something about the grilled onions, fresh off the grill.
Yes. Yeah. I'll just grill onions before I make breakfast, a couple onions just to make the house smell good.
The aromatics of it,
Yeah. What about you, Mick? Favorite kind of hot dog?
You know what? Zach, I think Zach got it.
Yeah, I'm not going to participate in this.
Yeah. Oh, why?
It's crazy. You usually love talking about. Usually,
I didn't say a sandwich.
I like kraut on my hot dogs.
Sauerkraut?
What?
I don't hate sauerkraut on a hot dog. I love on a Polish sausage.
Yeah, the Chicago style for sure.
Mustard. Let's go. Man, we could just talk about food. I think.
I think we could just talk about wieners all day.
That's what this podcast is.
This is called the Wiener Podcast, guys. Yep. Thank you for listening. No, let's get into some music. Zach brought a song, Thornhill Obsession. I haven't heard these guys in a while, actually, myself, but
yeah, I like what they're doing, and I like the '90s aesthetic they got going on.
Yeah,
I've seen them a lot. I've seen them a lot. Well, people talking about them a lot more, just kind of naturally.
Yeah, they got pretty big, and then they kind of just were stagnant, I guess. I don't want to say that because I don't know. I wasn't listening to them on a daily or whatever, but I remember at a point in time, a lot of people were talking about them. And it's kind of just more so coming back now, which is good.
Yeah, it's good timing. I don't know how aware you guys are of the shoegaze revival thing, but it's really big right now.
The what?
Shoegaze revival.
Shoegaze
revival?
Monuments
and things like that, where it's kind of
it's stuff that sounds like Deftones, basically.
Yeah, very
it's Wisp
droney?
And Soul Blind and all those kind of bands.
Yeah, it's very droney kind of.
It's basically you just take grunge and you add a bunch of pedals to it. More or less. Heavy grunge riffs.
Doom grunge and shit.
Yeah, it's almost like metal, but there's no scream. If there is screaming, it's very minimal.
Got you.
It's heavy rock with a bunch of pedals.
Would you consider Loathe?
I like that.
I feel like
Loathe is definitely
the same.
Loathe is example. They're metalcore mixed with, so they're doing even their own thing,
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. So I've noticed that a lot more people are into Deftones. A lot of younger people, even in the early 20s.
That's why it's cool.
Deftones.
Because it's bringing older bands are getting a second wind, and then there's a whole new scene for kind of the genre. They actually call it new gaze, which new metal shoegaze.
Ah, that makes sense.
So there's a bunch of bands that are in this little scene, and it's not little. It's just underground, but it's big. There's all the literally all the younger kids that are getting into the rock scene are listening to this stuff.
Got you. So this is our metalcore, our deathcore and metalcore.
This is our MySpace deathcore, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's called shoe, tennis shoe.
Shoegaze.
So shoegaze was a big genre in the 90s.
You watch South Park, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where I always assumed that this term came from, but it's always been an assumption. But that, this isn't even explain the type of genre that actually shoegaze is. But picture the goth kids when they dance to the Cure songs, and they're
it's
So that's what I always kind of like.
So it's that, but it's also the
gazing
bands,
at your shoes
because there are so many pedals that you have to That's literally why they call it that.
I get it.
Because all these bands have giant pedal boards.
Yeah,
because they literally can't look forward because every 5 seconds they have to switch to a different pedal.
So that's why they call it shoegaze.
Yeah, because they're literally looking down the whole time.
Came from. That's great.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Because the whole point of the genre is it's supposed to have this wall of sound, dreamy.
Yeah, okay, I get that. See, shoegaze is so out of left field.
It's definitely a funny genre name. like starting a genre with shoe is just funny.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know. I was like, did I hear that right? Did I hear shoe? I thought
no,
maybe I heard something else.
It's been a thing since the 90s.
Yeah.
Like My Bloody Valentine and things like that.
I would have always called it like doom metal or doom new metal or psychedelic. It's like, you know what I mean?
it's kind of like doom, but it's a lot more melodic than doom metal, I guess is the only difference.
Right, okay.
And it's not as slow.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little bit more upbeat usually.
Johnny's gonna be on a drive later. He's like, what was that genre that Zack was talking about? Shoe shine music?
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, put it on the
So
But
I guess this kind of sounds
it's like man, this band's from 1945.
Right.
Weird.
But no, the reason why I wanted to bring it up was because it's like being integrated into like the metalcore scene right now.
Got you. Mm.
So it's kind of this cool marriage of like this like vintage 90s thing with like modern bands that were doing like Architects core kind of stuff. We're doing this now.
Mm-hmm. That's tight.
So it's a whole new avenue.
I'm all about anything new, you know, like I love to hear some new shit.
You're not.
Yes,
I'm very
not anything new.
Yeah.
You like the new stuff that
besides
falls
the
into
girl
your
music you freaking listen to.
girl music rules, bro.
Doesn't.
Girl music is
I'm
good.
anti-gatekeeping because I feel like you get better music when you let people do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's a fun way to do it, man.
Yeah.
And Johnny doesn't do it that way.
I listen to everything, dude. I listen to way more different genres than you do. 100%.
Honestly, one of these days we'll go like bout
tat
like,
for tat.
we'll hang out in my garage,
We'll go
have
tit
some
for
beers,
tat.
and be like, all right, you do the most crazy song that you can think of, then me, then you,
back and
then
forth.
me, until we tap. We're like,
No,
I got nothing left.
My brain.
no, Johnny's just saying he's the musical equivalent of the person that appreciates the banana duct tape to a fucking wall. that's how deep Johnny is.
No, not that stupid fucking gay shit.
So it's when you pass artsy and you go into fartsy. There's a level. Yeah.
On that vein, cue some Dr. Kiyasu, Mick.
That's my boy, dog.
So yeah, let's check this Thornhill out.
Yeah, let's check it out. You got it queued up? Oh yeah, I queued it up.
Shout out Aussies, Australian band. So.
Oh, nice.
Australia always comes up with some good ass bands, man.
They're always a little.
They got a
ahead of the curve, I think.
good crew over there.
Yeah.
They're good people.
You look like you have.
We don't
like
have to play it though. That's fine.
You look like Johnny. You look like you have little Heidi pigtails hanging from the camera view. Yeah, little gray Heidi pigtails. Oh, there we go.
Also, I love this video. It's so sick.
Immediately, the things that I'm reminded of are Fight Club, Saw,
a little,
grimy,
Wind of the Damned vibes a little bit.
7.
Yeah. These are like my favorite colors. I love those like greenish, orangish kind of tones. That's my vibe.
You nailed it with that Queen of the Damn thing. This guy definitely wants to fuck his microphone.
Also, she kind of looks like Aaliyah a little bit. She has the Akasha vibe going on.
Yeah, I definitely see it.
He's definitely horny though, 100%.
Also, you know,
I like it. It's very almost like reminiscent of like Him and stuff like that.
Yeah, it has. It's like goth a little bit, but not like too
overboard goth.
It's not like Cradle of Filth.
Yeah,
it's like mall goth.
Yeah, mall goth. There
If you
go.
mix like
produced very well, clearly.
Yeah.
I love the guitars and everything. It
Yeah,
sounds
so
super
powerful
sick.
and
so
big.
grungy and fucking. I love that.
Yeah, I like the contrast between like really pretty riffs, like the melodic kind of stuff, and then you hit it with like a heavy grungy. I love that
And
contrast.
it has that like almost like 8-bit ish kind of fucking distortion.
Yeah,
to
because
it,
they're
you
using
know?
like a lot of bit crushers and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's
Pulling out the mid.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty sick. They do sound. This song in particular sounds a lot like Deftones.
And it's funny you could
They're
hear
not hiding it.
immediately.
No, they're not at all.
Yeah.
It's like the way this music would have been made if the scene where 7-string and 8-string guitars got super popular happened way back in the day, and so it's like that revival is happening now. Everyone's playing on 7s and 8s, and they're like, all right, well, let's implement that way, and then so you get this kind of sound,
Which is cool because you're basically getting like what rock would sound if you used metal guitars.
yeah,
Right.
Because this is not trying to be a metal band at all. This is straight up just rock.
straightforward, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense.
Which is cool. It's a new genre,
It basically is a new genre. Yeah. Like
7-string and 8-string rock. It's cool.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's
they're
funny
doing it for
because
the heaviness.
I mean, Korn's been doing it for so long, and it's
Yeah.
like almost like it took a bunch of people like a long time to get on board with that, and then you start looking into it, and you're like, oh shit, Breaking Benjamin used 7 strings for a long time. That's crazy.
Yeah, we had this weird thing where like
breakdowns are so sick all the time.
Honestly, I like Breaking Benjamin. I think they're a great band.
Yeah, they're sick.
I think they're very good.
And see, this is why I love that like we're allowed to like things now because we're allowed to admit that we like Creed and Breaking Benjamin and these kind of bands.
I've always like Breaking Benjamin and Creed. I don't care what anybody says.
I was raised on that shit. I mean, there's that early. I don't know where it comes from, but there's that early instinct in us in our like 20s to like kind of like snoot away at what we listened to in our teens.
Yeah.
Because we're like, I've aged. I'm above that shit. But then when I go put on like shit that I was listening to, Sum 41, Newfound Glory, System of a Down, it still hits me now. You know what I mean?
They're well-written songs.
Yeah, it never stopped being awesome to me. You know, but there's just instinct in you to be like, well, I'm into this now. And then when you go back, you're like, oh shit, well, that wasn't ever a phase. That was good. It was always good.
It was just such a thing for a long time for the scene to be so like cliquey, like, well, I'm in this kind of scene, so I can only listen to whatever hardcore, or I can only listen to metalcore. Versus now, I think like everybody listens to everything.
Yeah, no, and I think that's. You nailed it a little bit earlier when you're like, I think it's cool that we could just admit to listening to whatever we like, you know. And nowadays it feels like there's no stigma about it, but there was that gatekeeping mentality where it's like, if you're in a band, let's say like you're in a band like Invent Animate, and you like, you know, bands like Era and all these technical bands. If you admit to, you know, liking, well, I like, you know, butt rock. I'll listen to a Nickelback song. People will like look at you sideways, you know, just like, nah. When did this become this way? You know.
Or even like, oh, I like trap music, or like, you know, like, even that thing, like liking stuff outside of rock was even looked at weird in the metal scene.
And I mean, and now look at how much people are branching out thanks to the fact there's a bunch of kids who are, I don't even want to say kids, just people that I'm older than, but that are very successful right now. Look at like, what is it, Ghostmane? He is like,
Suicide Boys.
You know what? I have a better example. Post Malone came from like the rock and metal kind of thing. Came up popularly doing hip hop and that kind of stuff. And then you still see him expressing his roots. Like, no, well, I started in this music, supporting that kind of music. Like we talked to Pierre and how he's like, oh yeah, dude, what? He was in the limo or with him or whatever it was, or he was driving him around, and then he was playing metal, he was into it, you know. So.
Yeah, dude, Post is so cool. He likes like Chelsea Grin and Jesus Peace.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that more and more, which I'm getting an appreciation for. Which I was thinking about this the other day, and I would like to get any of you guys' take on this. But I'm feeling that thanks to rock having so much more substantiality to it than a lot of the fly by night, flash in the pan, trap and rap music. That's why it's coming back around, is because it still hits as hard as it used to. And then you go back and you listen to a song like, you know, what's a good example? Like, I don't know. I'll just say like Black and Yellow. That's fine. I'll just say that. It's not a good example, but like a song like that, it's still awesome. It's still cool. It still hits. But for some reason, it doesn't emotionally like strike you the same way. It's just a song with like a cool beat and all that stuff. So that to me, my postulate to you guys is, do you think that that's going to like save rock in the end of the day? Like, because we're already seeing it infused into hip hop and country and shit.
First of all, tell Mick what postulate means. First of all, just so he understands. Mick, because you didn't get that one, right?
A postulate is a pus-filled bubble on your skin. I'm just going to start giving Jonny the wrong definitions to shit.
Improper definitions.
I'm going to start using them with people. They're like, what?
Like, what are you talking about,
I got a postulate right on my ass.
It's been killing me.
But no, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that like it'll... Because, I mean, if you think about it, still, we have all those bands. We talked about Queen as... being a band with incredible staying power. They've hit generations and generations. You still play Bohemian Rhapsody for the right people of this age, of like, you know, 15-year-olds now. They'll get it. You know what I mean? For the most part. So it's like there's staying power there to that music. And I think we're seeing that happen with 90s music, 2000s music. And we're seeing the stuff that passes that test of time. You know what I mean? That's something I was thinking about the other day. I don't know.
Wait, what's your question though? Did you have a question in there?
Do you think that that rock will have more ability to pass the test of time than the fickle, like single based artists now that are just putting out a single and then like getting super successful off of it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So like more so like full on bands and rather than just like an artist that has a producer kind of.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so just because most of the time when it's like a band, they're writing a lot of music, like and they're writing for an album, they're not writing just 10 songs. They're writing fucking 50 songs and then they're picking like the ones that they want.
And exactly. And they're working very hard to chisel away at a thing till you get the best product out of it. So that ends up being like what I would say, the stuff that produces staying power.
I don't think a lot of like, I don't know, pop artists, I guess, or maybe hip hop artists are doing like, I would say some are doing that too, because there's a lot of hardworking ones too. But like, I mean, is Ariana Grande doing that? I don't think so.
Yeah, they're relying on somebody to help them write their songs as emotionally effective as they are.
Songwriters.
Right, you know what I mean?
But bands have like now. I'm just saying because I've seen it.
Yeah,
like a lot of bands have songwriters.
Yeah,
that's like more common than people. I think that's more common than people who are just fans of the music think.
Oh, it absolutely
I think
is.
so too, yeah,
absolutely it is. Like I
don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just you're trying to write the best because it's so hard to continuously write great songs like just by yourself without any help.
Right.
So it's like, instead of like the old school, like, like bands used to like go into the studio with like a couple ideas, but they wouldn't have like things fleshed out. Now it's like having the producer there with you while you're writing the songs instead of like waiting until you have like a bunch of little ideas, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I would say, like, for example, like there's a guitarist, his name's Lee Albrecht. He plays for Holywatr. I don't know if you're familiar with that band.
Yeah.
But he ghostwrites for fucking tons of bands. Murder in the Wheatfield, The Devil Wears Prada. And he's one of those like brilliant brains that just pumps out good grooves and good guitar riffs. So he like shares it in that scene. And it's like, to me, it's like, I'd rather have that, like, because you get more of that element, from
a real person.
Yeah, like writing something kind of cool and heartfelt and thoughtful.
Yeah, for me, whatever gives us like a well-written song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real.
Because like what we've learned really in the last couple of years, especially, is like how extreme your music is or weird it is doesn't limit it anymore. It's just how good of a song you can write. Which we've seen now with like Poppy and Knock Loose and bands like that, where it's like
we should have talked about that as
their music is as extreme. I think the album that just dropped from Knock Loose, it's pretty far in the extreme meter. Like they're not holding back, but they're also very well written, catchy songs.
Yeah,
and I think that's why it really resonates with a lot of kids because it's the structure of it. It has like a memorability to where like any normie on TikTok hearing it is like, okay.
I can relate to that.
I get that. Even though I'm not usually into this kind of stuff, it's catchy. Like it's stuck in my head.
Right. I mean, like a lot of bands back in the day were doing that, like with new metal and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like it was like weird, but like, it's so like System of a Down is like
System's the best example.
Greatest example.
Good example.
Because they're super weird, but it's so catchy that you can't deny it.
You can't deny it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So real quick to touch on that, have you guys? Oh, go ahead, Mick. Go.
No, I was just going to ask him. So I was going to see. It's kind of like a hypothesis I've kind of come up with what you guys are talking about. It almost kind of feels like the way hooks evolve and when they catch on with like the younger audience, it kind of feels like you're making memorabilia.
Yeah.
Audio memorabilia.
It's like a one-liner. You really want that one-liner.
It feels like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think that's kind of what good songs are, is like literally getting like the way you would put it, one-liners. Good one-liners like back to back to back, and then you have like 4 minutes of like awesome one-liners. You know what I mean? And then it's like that's a good song.
And it's also like because of TikTok, like metal and fashion are very like intertwined. Especially with like rappers wearing like band merch and all that kind of stuff, and that they'll like take a black metal band shirt and make like custom designer clothing out of it.
Yeah.
So like kids on TikTok see that, and then that literally gets them into metal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if your band can like conceptualize that fashion into like song form, that's another layer that I think is gonna like win over fans in the long run.
Yeah, I would say
that's why
like the lifestyle,
right? But that's why like Slay Squad is doing so well.
That's like why we do like when we film music videos, like we do those lifestyle type shots.
Yeah.
We're trying to like bridge the gap between the music and the visual.
And
like
that's interesting.
Make them cohesive,
That's interesting. I never thought about it like that. Right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Like you said, Slay Squad's the best example because what makes them cool is that they're just not like a regular band.
Yeah,
they have like this like cool aspect to them where like they have like the streetwear, like they dress really cool, like they have a vibe to them that's not just every metalcore band.
Would you say the different bands that you work for? Because I would say, I mean, my takeaway from that is that your job, you know, when you hear a band's music and then you conceptualize the video together and you think about this, your job is to like, all right, I need to get this band's personality captured onto like in a photographic way, whether it's the way they play their music or just their lifestyle, like you said. That would be the job of that, or your job. Like he kind of strayed away from it because we already talked about it, but you brought the Counterparts video, kind of the newest one. I'm guessing you're talking about the 2-parter.
Yeah, the 2-part video.
Yeah, we talked about it, and I was trying to get these guys to kind of like get this like concept of how important it is like to have the creative vision from the ground up or whatever. And so like we talked about it. So I do kind of want to hear your 2 cents on like why did you even mention the Counterparts video? Like what did you bring it up?
So there's like a trend right now, which I'm definitely hopping on, and I want it to go as far as it goes, where like we're focusing more now on like creating like these like cool visual stories. And sometimes that means like making the image way more like vintage and rough looking and like having this more like documentary style vibe to it versus like, oh, let me just try to like make the most high budget looking video ever.
Yeah.
And I like
creative
with
getting
creative with the concept.
Yep.
And then using like film grain and things like that to your advantage as a tool.
Yeah.
And then again, that goes back into like the visual branding. I think it gives like metal more of like an edge. Like, I don't know if we should necessarily be like always striving for these metal videos to be like clean and crispy. Like,
I think personally, like that's one reason I really liked the video a lot. Well, like the 2-parter is it was literally you could tell they sat down with 2 different solid ass concepts.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, well let's put these together in a form that's and I wouldn't even say it's like it's cohesive together. Like, I mean, it's like its own video and another video, you know? But yeah, no, I think what they did with that video, like tapping into what I called it last time, like that A24 homegrown kind of film footage thing.
Which I'm a big A24 nerd, so I'm glad you brought that up.
You know, I mean, well, that's like I said, what I would classify that as. That's my best classified description.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like branch out, and I think a lot of directors feel the same way right now. I'm just trying to branch out of the genting in a colored room thing, which I did a lot of that, so I'm not downplaying that look. I still love that look. It's going to go down in history.
Oh yeah, people always love it.
Tube lights, flashing,
blue purple. You know,
it looks awesome. Like it works for a reason. You know.
Yeah.
But I think going in more of like an indie film style for like metal and heavy music specifically, it works because it looks how the music sounds. Because I kind of have a thing where like when I listened, I forget what the condition's called. It's not really a condition, but it's like a way your brain works. So you listen to music, you automatically synesthesia. That's what it's called. So like as soon as I listen to a song, whether I want to or not, it's involuntary. I have a visual in my head.
Yeah, no,
almost
that's
like
how I write music, man. I literally like when I'm writing a thing, I'm like picturing the video and how cool it'll be. Like, oh yeah, this will be the part where he's like running. And okay, cool. That's how I write music.
That's cool.
I hear riffs as like images.
Yeah,
I didn't know that there was a word for that. I mean,
synesthesia.
Obviously,
Kanye West popularized. I would say he popularized the concept by talking about it.
He's one of the first dudes, right?
Yeah,
that talked about it.
Yeah,
that makes sense because I think as musicians, we all kind of do that. You know, like when we're writing.
Most artists have a form of it.
Yeah,
you know?
At least, yeah.
I thought I was autistic, but
it's you could argue. It's
Mick, don't let nobody say anything. You are very artistic.
He is. He's so artistic.
Thank you, guys.
Acoustic.
But no, that's cool. I mean, I love what you did with our music video in particular.
Thank
with DNGs, like the green lighting and like the industrial look because of the place that we had. You know, It was really dope. Which he sent me, or he sent us the cut of it. So I have
nice.
The first and second cut.
And you didn't prep that up on the computer for us to share?
No, I don't know if we can share that yet.
Oh,
maybe I was thinking though maybe I'll do like a snippet at the end of the episode.
That could be cool.
Just like 10 seconds of it.
Yeah, just like a little. I'm sure my band will be cool with that.
Throw the breakdowns.
Yeah,
you know, part of the time.
Yeah, dude, it came out sick. And
thanks, man.
We took so much video. Like, I mean, we went into different rooms and this totally guy used a little bit of everything, and it looked fucking.
Where'd you guys shoot at?
It was this warehouse, like a old factory kind of.
Yeah, honestly, it was so sick. I love anytime I can rent out a whole building.
Yeah,
it just gives you, because you can use the hallways, you can use so much of the room or the building that you normally like on Peer Space when you rent. You're just renting one room usually. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we had the indoor, outdoor, like everything, it just gave me so much more to work with, you know, and get more creative and make it, look more like a movie.
Right. And that's what we did.
Like the scene, where he turns around.
Yeah.
We couldn't have done that at like a regular Peer Space.
That's true.
Having the hallway and then the doors that opened, that was cool, man. That was a different vibe.
Super cool. It's super dope. And just like the shots where you're looking in through the windows and stuff, it just came out super dope,
Yeah, I'm super influenced by I think a lot of music videos that are shot on the East Coast where they have access to those kind of abandoned buildings.
It's a little bit easier.
So I'm constantly looking for those kind of places. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to avoid just the regular warehouse that's been done over and over.
Right.
So part of my job has just been spending days on Peer Space, literally bookmarking places.
Right. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's part of what you would be doing, because then you can suggest it to a band yo, there's this spot that I know of.
The location, because the location I think is the most important. Mm-hmm. It's more important than lighting. It's more important than the camera you use. Yeah. I think location's everything.
Yeah. Because me and this guy's hip hop music is that same.
Go ahead, finish.
Same thing.
Oh. Don't kill the momentum. Talk. that.
Hold on, let me get it.
Right
to make sure you get it,
Right nostril.
This is my right nostril.
Yeah, I know.
Where is it? Right here?
Yeah. You got it.
I got it?
Camera right or regular right? Just flips.
You're so good at making things not obvious.
Anthony gave me a note.
Studio notes.
Jonny, you have a big booger. Don't make it a big deal out of it. Right nostril.
Nice.
Yeah. I tried to make it super secretive, and he just made a big deal out of it.
I just heard paper crumbling, crinkling.
I did it as low key as I could have done it. I don't know how else I could have done it.
I have a nerdy question for you, dude.
Yeah.
Super nerdy. So,
let's do it.
So, it's going to be so nerdy that no one's going
to. Dude, I'm so down.
So, check it out. When you go into these shots, you set up the lighting and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go into it, do you go into it with the attitude of I need to find how I can make this feel tied to the narrative? You know what I mean? Do you guys usually have the narrative ahead of time? Yeah.
Usually you'll have a treatment and a shot list and all that kind of stuff.
So, say for instance, you do certain color lighting. Do you think of how the angle of the shot, how you would make an angle of a shot look that good?
Yeah, no, composition's super important.
Is that first? You think do that first, or is that kind of something you just kind of work?
I'll usually have a couple of compositions in my head, but when I get the lighting set and I see the first talent on camera, that always sparks 10 new ideas.
Yeah.
So I'll have the shot list, but I usually veer off of it a little bit because I'll get a way better idea once we're actually about to film.
How much would you say you stick to a shot list versus spontaneous? Oh no, this is the one.
It depends on how detailed the storyline is. If the storyline it needs to be this, then I'll stick to that for the most part, and then I'll add a couple of things if I have time. Okay, quickly, let's do this really quick. We didn't have it in the shot list, but I want to add this in. Mm-hmm. But if it's more of what we just did with D&G, where it's I always just call it cool visuals versus this narrative storyline from A to B.
Uh-huh.
It's not a story. It's just meant to look cool.
Yeah.
there are themes in the visuals that you can, get certain ideas from and themes, but it's not like A to B, like this happened, and this is the ending.
Yeah.
It's not that thing
without
at all,
naming names or even like picking projects in particular. Are there things that you could say that you have done or like videos that you're like, oh, you know what? That's one of the coolest fucking things that I've done personally. You could do like, you feel like, oh, I've had a couple of those moments where I'm like, that's something I've done. I've never seen anybody else do it. I'm fucking stoked on that.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did 2 weeks ago with my band.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, without naming names, Jonny.
Yeah,
no, we're simpletons.
Of course.
No, we're
Of course.
simpletons. Our music is simple. Our ideas are simple.
This is the second week in a row you're like bashing your band.
We're frauds, bro. We're just doing. We know what we are. We just love heavy music. There is
you guys are clearly Keisha fans, right? We know what we are.
Basically what it is. It's fun though.
That's very clear.
It. And then, I just add my slap and pops, and I'm happy. I'm good to go. I love
there's
it.
a whole lot of that in the video.
Slap,
I got
pop,
some-
crackle, slap,
I
crackle,
saw
pop.
that.
I got some thumping in there.
You make me look good.
I got the saw lighting going on in your angle.
Yeah, dude, that was so.
We put him in the dungeon, dude.
Yeah, there's so
All
much.
he needed was the spirals on his cheeks. He was good to go.
Said I want to play a game. Just ripping on the bass.
Dude, there's so much cool shots in there. It's so much cool. I'll show you after, Anthony.
You said it was several videos, or it was just the one, right?
It was just the one. He did our first 3.
Oh, okay.
And then-
That was one of those.
That was even before I was in the band. I was like, at that time, I was like deciding whether I wanted to be in the band.
Oh, you were like filling in for the videos?
Right. But that day solidified it for me. I was like,
Nice.
this is fun. Like, these guys
It
are
felt
cool.
right.
Yeah, it felt good, felt right,
And I mean, everyone in the band's super cool, so.
Yeah, they're all good guys.
And we all have done it for so many years that we're just like, practice? Yeah. No? Okay, cool. Next week. It's like everybody's chill.
And
There's
then
no fucking...
you jammed with Drez before, right?
This is the first band I've jammed with him, but I've just always been around him for a long time.
Right, because your bands used to play together.
Yeah. And then he was
day.
in my brother's band for a while. He was in Zombie for a while.
I remember
I
that.
met him through Traditions. So when he was in Traditions, or is he still in?
Still
he's still in
Traditions,
Traditions, right?
Yeah. And I've
that's
done
the first
all
time I
the
saw him. I
Traditions
was like,
videos
this guy,
too.
this guy's good, man. He's got something.
Yeah, I always said this about Anthony. Andy. He's the most passionate local musician
he's
that I know.
driven as hell, man.
Yeah.
He's the only one. There's nobody
He's always
like him
doing
out here.
something.
Yeah.
That fool does
Driven
not
as hell.
stop doing anything. Crazy. If he's not like playing a show or filling in for somebody or recording music, he is at a show watching.
I was gonna say I like that he like supports and goes,
goes to all kinds of shows. I wish I can do that. I don't have the time.
Yeah, because that's a big thing for me is like networking.
Yeah.
Going to shows, sometimes just showing your face. Because people, they know what you do, right? But sometimes them seeing you at a thing is like, oh yeah, I was going to hit you up to do something.
Yeah.
But now that we're face to face, I can actually tell you.
Yeah.
So sometimes going to the event, even if you're tired, even if you maybe don't feel like it, it's worth it,
Yeah, that's true.
You never know who you're going to link up with.
And especially in Southern California, dude, it's crazy between, you talk about, let's say, the way I kind of break it up is like San Bernardino, Redlands, like Rancho Cucamonga, Fontana, Pomona, West Covina, LA.
Yeah.
That's like the way I break up the IE.
Good old,
right?
Pretty fair.
Good old fashioned click management.
And it's like if you
Orange County is like kind of combined with the IE in my head too.
Yeah. It's like
because Orange County kids go to IE shows and vice versa.
And if you find yourself in a show at one of those clicks or whatever you want to call it, at some point or another, you're going to be familiarized with more and more people. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would say SoCal is a small, small world. I've run into people numerous times, first, second, third times.
Yeah,
because kids
crazy.
drive far for shows,
Oh, that's good. It is a small world, after all.
It is actually.
Yeah, because I live in the Valley right now, and a lot of kids from out there go to like Orange County and stuff for shows.
Yeah,
that's like an hour and a half drive. So
yeah, and it really does depend too. You see the. I mean, I've been in the scene and playing shows and stuff for probably going on like plus 20 years now or whatever. But you see when I feel like right now we're in a period of time where the desert area is putting out a lot of good bands.
Yeah.
And like a couple years ago it was like the Long Beach area was putting out a lot of good bands. And then you just see it like fluctuate where it's like, oh yeah, the talents is flowing here. And then sometimes you see that, oh yeah, this one musician or these couple of musicians became a band here and then there and then oh shit, it's like been this like group of musicians like
there's like these like super groups that happen.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick though. That's pretty sick. There's a lot of super groups actually that are pretty sick these days. We did not continue talking about
we could
Thornhill.
finish Thornhill.
Oh sure, yeah, we can cap it off.
Told you we tangentize so easy.
That's what podcasting is. It's all good.
Mick, I don't know what that motion is. What is that motion? Keep going?
Keep on swinging around.
I mean,
swing them udders.
Wrap up what we're talking about?
that shit, yeah, dude.
Oh, my bad.
Wrap it up.
Motherfucker's trying to ease up.
Yeah, you need to get the Dave Chappelle audio drop.
Yeah, shout out Thornhill.
Yeah, this is cool. I like it.
Yeah. I like that like overlay effect they're doing where it's like you see the live shots and then very cool.
And then like the stories happening, like she's in the bathtub as they're playing. I think that's cool.
Yeah. I didn't realize this guy was playing guitar too. I didn't see that. I thought he was just a standalone vocalist.
Yeah, he does both. But I think in this video they wanted him to be like, singer vibe. So, but they're like, if you listen to their older stuff, it's pretty proggy. It's like very like North Lane kind of sounding.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That's
like the album before this one, it's almost like it has some of the Deftones-ish kind of stuff, but it's very proggy. Like the beats are very syncopated and stuff.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I like that.
Overdriven vocals, man.
I love
you need it. You need it.
They got me.
It's the best way to add a dynamic between a verse and a pre-chorus.
And it's like aggressive too at the same time as it's nice.
It's aggressive in more of a grunge way. Which that's why I think you distinguish between the shoegaze and metal thing.
I definitely hear the 500 pedals you're talking about.
Yeah, like what I always tell people who don't listen to any of this stuff, it's like if you it's like modern Nirvana, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nirvana with modern production.
That's really what it is, yeah. I can hear that.
Because Nirvana started a lot of this stuff too, like them, Smashing Pumpkins. Another band, they're very popular, but they don't really get quoted.
That's cool.
I don't think they get credit
right there
for this kind of stuff, but they were a big...
Yeah, that's true.
I think Deftones probably wouldn't sound the way they sound without Smashing Pumpkins.
True.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I like that. That's pretty sick. I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and listen to them on the way home. This is their new shit because I don't remember them sounding like this.
And then they just dropped a new song called Nerve that it's like almost a combination of their old stuff and their because it starts off with screaming and then it gets super low-y, like dreamy guitars and stuff.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, drops.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah,
I can dig that. Let's check out Discount Christ. Let's go into it. Pull it up, Mick.
Is there a song that we have for Discount Christ?
Just search it. I want to get Anthony's opinion on this guy. Just go to his IG, Mick. Let's go to his IG. I don't know. I don't think that, that I know exactly what you're talking about, Mick, and I don't think there's a music video. I think that's literally all short form content for social media.
Oh, I have a thing
Hot take.
I want to talk to you guys about.
Hot take.
Just reminded me. I'm gonna talk about that shit.
Hot take.
Well, let's get your hot take on Discount Christ and why you hate this guy first.
Hot take.
Let's get Mick's hot take on this guy and why he doesn't like him or whatever he said. What were you saying, Mick? He doesn't even know what he was saying.
No, this guy, he goes by Black Swan.
Is that his name?
Black Swan.
That's what his IG is. Discount Christ. Go to his IG. I know what video you're talking about, and the visuals look super sick.
Nice.
The visuals are super sick. Like the way he did it is cool. It's like a little cringy, but it's pretty cool.
I like a little gimmicky,
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I'm into it sometimes.
I think this guy was pretty cool. I wanted to actually listen to his music. I haven't yet. But Mick mentioned him, and I was like, I know who exactly you're talking about.
Oh, so you've seen like a clip?
I've seen like a clip, yeah.
Okay.
So, and then Mick mentioned it today, and I was like, oh, let's do it, because nice. I know Anthony will get a kick out of it. Is this actually him?
Yep.
Oh, wow, cool. Is this a music video?
Yep.
Oh, sick. Even better.
Looks legit.
This is the best way to...
I was going to say, video looks great.
Man.
It does look
awesome.
good.
It's filmed well.
It's like a movie.
Oh, God.
Was that Biden?
What am I in for? What am I in for right now? What's in the teaches of peaches? No? Nobody? No.
It does kind of have a Peaches flow a little bit, huh?
Very fucking corny guitars.
Yeah, it is kind of corn. Yeah, for sure.
It's literally the melody.
Yeah, he's wearing Adidas too. I don't mind it.
He kind of like looks like Kim Dracula a little bit. Visually, who he reminds me of. Yeah.
Oh no. That's literally Freak on a Leash, dude.
Literally is. What a ripoff. You're right, Mick. He is a ripoff.
Pause.
You know what?
Because
First of all,
I was listening to the new Kendrick stuff with Pat. You know Pat, Mick. And I asked him, shit, dude, I want to say, fuck, what is the sample he used? He did his own instrument of a melody from another 90s song, which I know was a fucking popular thing to do, but he didn't do it as the main hook of the song, so it's just part of like a pre-chorus.
Okay.
So it's like, where are we drawing the fucking line at this point, dude? Like, write your own fucking melodies that are catchy.
Okay.
Write your own fucking melodies.
Out of it.
So you guys ready for my hot take?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So my hot take is this. I'm gonna replay this right after my statement here.
Okay, go.
So this guy right here, I'm not trying to call no one out, but this is what it sounds like to me as someone that produces music. It sounds like he got a track that was inspired by Korn, and he did it with an actual beat and an actual.
Yeah, he made his own beat to it.
He pretty much verbatim
got a loop of
did
one hook.
AI generated thing, because you can't first thing, you can't copyright AI material. You can't copyright it. Mm-hmm. But if you do have a subscription service, you do have rights, ownership to what you do generate on the site.
So you're postulating,
right?
Huh?
So with that said, he probably has a subscription to Suno.
And you think he did this through AI?
Did it through AI. This is just my hot take. This is just as a producer. You know what I mean?
So
unless it's an interpolation, that's the only other option.
I'm trying to fight this whole AI thing, because there's people that are trying to create genuine stuff. You know what I mean? And
without having to do
without having to deal with knockoffs and cheapening what art is. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So you're thinking he put in Suno fucking Korn and like fucking
right. This is what he got. Thought it was tight. Obviously, and then has a whole instead of like putting a lot of work into it, he just ended up putting all the money into advertising.
The video. Yeah. The video looks great.
So, obviously, yeah.
But that's my hot take. I'm going to play the track now and tell me if that sentiment isn't relatable.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's watch it.
Okay.
Straight up Korn, dude.
It is, dude. Something takes part of me.
It works perfectly.
Something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe. It's absolutely totally ripped off.
Something's raped and taken
from me.
No,
from me. Everybody, come on, go. No.
even up until the transitions.
That's fucking crazy.
It's kind of hard to tell.
It
could be AI, but I could see someone just being like, I'm going to write a very Korn song.
But hear what I'm saying? This is like AI trained on that song.
This is good that we're watching this, because this is something exactly I would have done.
It definitely sounds a little bit like AI.
To speak to your point, Mick.
That's not cool, man.
To speak to your point, Mick. Okay, so let's bring this to the next level, right? Okay, so nowadays in X and Instagram, if you use a post, whether it's art based or not, it has to state that you used artificial intelligence to create the writing.
You have to.
So do you think that maybe because maybe not him or whatever, other artists might be slipping through the cracks right now until they say that, hey, you have to state that you used AI in producing this music. There's gonna be a period of time where people are just gonna slip through the cracks and like be able to do it with a shortcut.
I think they will.
Yeah, let's get away with it.
Yeah.
Okay, with him in particular, we don't know. That's the fucked up part. He can literally just been like, I'm a huge, like, honestly, I'm not kidding with you guys.
You could have a producer make a song that sounds like that.
This could have been me. You know, I'm a huge Korn fan, and I make rap music.
You want to know why I'm going to argue with
this
that,
This could have been me, dude.
You want to know why I'm going to argue why this particular piece of music couldn't have been you?
Why?
Because let's say he even brought you that melody, and you're like, he's like, I want this on guitar, and you're sitting there trying to write the song with them. You have your bass, your guitar, and you're like, all right, give me something like this. And then he were to literally like, no, I want it to sound like this. New, and you're like, actually, you know what? That's a little derivative of Korn. You would intervene.
That's true.
You would stop it. You would be like, you know what? Let's make our own original melody.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Because I have written music where I'm like, this sounds like too much like Korn. Let me pull it back.
That's the point where I think that there's that integrity that's getting lost on modern artists, and it's mainly pop music influenced. The idea that they could just steal a melody. Yeah. I don't want to say steal because a lot of them they pay the rights or they pay.
Well, because you have to like pay them, royalties.
Yeah, so you. But at the same time, the hard part that the original artist was doing is creating something catchy. These artists that are building success off of it didn't have to do the hard part. You know, they didn't have to make their own melody that sounds awesome and sounds cool and new.
If I would have actually heard this and it had Korn as the listed artist, I would have been like, oh yeah, it's fucking
makes
sick.
sense.
Yeah, it's like it's not like the old Korn, but I could dig it. Like it literally is that close to like Korn. That's
I mean,
crazy.
if it's interpolated, basically what happens is
Mm-hmm.
Korn just makes money every time this plays.
Yeah, pretty much.
They clear it, and then they get most of the not just the royalties, but the publishing.
The publishing, yeah, that's what they would get from
I think that
so basically they make everything.
They would get writing and publishing, and he would get performance. That's it.
Like Korn would make like 99% of the money from this.
Pretty much. Yeah,
is how that would work.
That's crazy. Let's hear some
as
more.
much as that might be a thing.
Because there's another part. I don't know if it's this song. I think it is this song.
No, it's the other. I know which one you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's the other one. I'm gonna get that one.
Play it.
Get that one, because that's the one where it's like, yo, this motherfucker's straight up being like Jonathan Davis.
Oh, he's like the mannerisms and everything.
Bro, you don't even... Yeah, all that shit.
He's scatting.
It's pretty... I thought it was sick, but I didn't hear the whole song. I just heard the clip, and I was like, all right, I kind of like it. But now I'm going to go listen to the music and determine whether I like it or not. I'm gonna like it because I'm so biased to Korn, but...
While Mick brings that up, I'll bring up the point, as to how detrimental I find that level of the process
and check this out.
Creating art.
Side note. So this guy, I'm going through his YouTube. This guy has it in his marketing plan. He's releasing a music video every month.
Right.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
That's
what they do.
That's what I'm seeing now.
Yeah.
So he's doing things. He's just trying. He knows how to push the algorithm.
Enormous budget algorithm manipulation.
Yeah, like when you're on a label, that's what you do. It's
he's got somebody. He's got somebody marketing his shit for sure. He's got somebody behind him. It's not just his. Is it his page or is it like? Is it a fucking label? Because usually when it's a label, they know what to do.
It's his personal YouTube page.
We should start judging our shit this way because we try to do our little stool scale or whatever. I think we should just start doing a A/B kind of judgment on whatever artists that we bring on here, and we do we consider it like shit? I completely lost my train of thought. I'll shut up. Keep going.
I usually do consider it shit. You're right.
Yeah. No. Fuck. No. I'll think of it again right now.
Play it. There's one that's all like, it's so corny. Like, I'm like, bro, you're just ripping off Jonathan Davis like hard. You should have just went to IG because do you know where it's at in the song? I bet not.
Just find the clip.
Just find the clip, Mick. You know which one? You already know which one I'm talking about.
Find the clip?
Because I seen it and I sent it to like my niece and I sent it to somebody else. And I was like, what do you guys think? Like, I was iffy about it, but I liked the clip. I was like, this is cool. It's shot really cool and everything, But at the same time, it's like, it's just straight up JD. Straight up. Like almost too much.
Yeah, there's only one JD. You can't replace
it. You can't be JD.
I don't know. Have you guys seen Adathan? Adathan, the girl who's like, she's pretty good at doing a mimic of him.
Which one?
She's like a Instagrammer, kind of like popular girl.
Is it parody?
There's a lot of people that can do the scat, but as far as like his mannerisms,
can't do it.
And also, he invented it. Like, I mean, it's the same thing as the same thing as popularized. We were talking about System of a Down popularizing that that vocal whiny kind of sound.
Totally.
That is only Serge.
I would say Mike Patton did that, but pretty much
in his own way.
Because
I would put those two vocalists in the same category in the one sense that like they are the type of vocalists that are hard to emulate, and you see
Serge
a lot of people try to emulate, but still they're the only people who have that kind of voice.
They take it and they do their own thing with it.
Totally their own thing, yeah.
Because before. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you see the video though?
I can see it. You just like it because your name Johnny is in it. That's why. That's why you like it.
Oh, that makes sense. Dude, that makes sense why I'd like it.
That's all that hooked you in.
We figured it out.
Oh, he talks about me.
Yeah, you're like, this is about me. That's cool.
I'm like, I like this.
Classic
I didn't think about that.
Classic Jonny.
Just inserting yourself into it, you know?
But you see what I'm saying? Like, come on.
I would say it's like
that's pretty
it's
clear.
its own thing enough.
That's what he's doing.
But it's something that probably he like stumbled upon naturally, thinking of Jonathan Davis while he was in the studio, and then the guy was like, "Oh, that sounds cool. Let's try to do something like that." Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's shit. Let's bring it up. That actually kind of segues really good into KennyHoopla if you want to go into this, because I would say he's a vocalist that he does his own very unique vocal styling while also clearly being influenced by Block Party. You know what I mean? Yeah. Are you familiar with KennyHoopla?
Yeah, I love KennyHoopla. He's sick.
Yeah, so I would say he has his own thing that he's doing, and he does what he does. I love. I love how he sings, and it's not overstated or something that when you go see him, like, you know, when he's playing 2 hours in a row, he's not going to be able to perform it. It's like this simple performance style that's like, that's fucking pretty sick.
Yeah, he was probably one of my favorites that came out of the emo rap scene.
Yeah. And the people that he's worked with, to me, is a resume enough to be like, I don't even care. Like, just feed me all his music. I like it immediately almost. It's so
he does his own
catchy.
thing. He definitely does his own thing. He's cool.
I actually don't know if I've heard any of his music, so this is nice.
You might like it. You might like it. It's more. It probably is more in the girl music kind of genre. He makes songs with there we go, with Travis Barker and shit like that. So
I like Travis Barker.
Yeah, he came out around the same time as like Josiah and all those guys.
Yeah, but I really like what he does. I think he's very creative and takes a style and... I don't care.
It's like emo rap, post punk,
right?
Which Ecstasy is another dude that does that kind of stuff. It's really good.
Okay. I know he was my like introduction to this whole genre. You know what I mean? He like he's a kind of like the most I've branched out into it. Really.
Yeah, there's a whole little scene for that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Let me hear. What's in his head? Is that a pig?
Yeah. But yeah, it's that. I mean, this is an earlier song, I would say, too. But
yeah, this is definitely one of his first singles. I love the singing style.
I love how it has edge.
You know what it reminds me of?
Go ahead.
Thursday.
Oh, yeah, a little bit that shouty, like, let your voice go to the top until your voice breaks kind of singing.
I'm getting Thursday,
absolutely.
Like, not really caring about the tonality, but pulling you in.
2000 emo thing.
Well, like that, I think you nailed it there. With tonality is perfect, and like he gets pitch out of it somehow. He gets on pitch notes out of it somehow.
All those emo rap guys are super influenced by like the Used and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like Juice WRLD, if you listen to his music, he sounds so much like Bert. It's kind of scary. Have you heard?
I forget what it's called. It's like Robbie the Used or something. But he has like his own like new pop project. It's very different.
It's really good.
I've heard one song from it. I was like, holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's funny. There's like, Juice WRLD's no longer with us, but he was like a top 5 pop artist.
Yeah,
and he's out here. All of his melodies sound like 2000s emo melodies. It's so cool. You know.
Just shows you the listenership and where it comes from. Yeah. We've grown. Okay, that's there's a segue. 2000s hardcore stuff. Let's talk about the return of Warped Tour
and
the canceling of what was the one that got canceled?
Oh, Sick New World.
Sick New World got canceled.
It got canceled?
It got canceled.
What?
Yeah.
You guys know why?
Why?
So, from what I understand, I could be totally wrong, but from bookers were saying is that they had to pay Metallica and Linkin Park $5 million each.
Oh, God.
Damn.
So, it's like you could have just had one of them and it would have sold out. But since they had both, they had to charge $500.
Oh.
just for GA, regular GA. And it's just like, I think there's a price limit.
Cap
to like people just standing, like no seats.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't willing to stand and pay $500.
Yeah.
So I think it just didn't sell as well because they, their overhead was too high.
I've been saying this since these have been popping up.
That's
since like we've been
crazy.
seeing these when we were young and stuff. It's like this is only going to get more and more out of control.
Yeah.
I am personally, if I'm going to go see a band, I really do like the Fox Theater size venue, the Glass House style venue. I'm going to see 4 bands. It's going to be an organized night where I could have a chill time. And maybe that's the elder emo in me. Maybe that's this 38-year-old man.
That's what it is.
But at the same time,
for sure,
it creates a more memorable, vibeable experience. I feel like going to these shows where you're like one of the things that I think is the biggest like scam about them is that they sell you on this huge lineup, right? But most people that are going, they don't realize how much they're going to have to sacrifice in that. You're not going to see...
because there's overlap.
There's not going to see all those bands. Yep. Even if you're there to see Emery and Seosin, shit, you're fucked if they're playing at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then so you're thinking that you're paying this $350 to $500 ticket to see 30 bands, when in reality you end up seeing 15 that you really like.
I went to Sick New World the first year, and I probably seen maybe 6 bands.
6?
8 maybe.
Oof, that's rough.
I saw a lot of bands. I'm not going to lie to you, but I was running around. I wasn't watching whole sets.
That's the thing I like.
That's the only way to work it.
I definitely saw Korn. I definitely saw Deftones, Incubus.
I saw all those all the way through. I saw the headliners all the way through.
Yeah.
But all the like side stage, I was running around.
Back. See, the stage that was all the way in the front, fuck that. I wasn't gonna run back.
It was pretty far, yeah.
It was so fucking far.
I probably did like 25,000 steps that day.
I went over there for the end of damn it, new metal band with the black singer with the dreads.
Oh, Seven Dust?
And I saw Spirit Box, and that was it.
Okay.
And the Spirit Box's set got fucked, so we couldn't even watch the whole set.
Oh yeah, their sound was all messed up. That's right.
The whole power went out or something over there.
Well, so what do you guys think? Like with this, being a growing trend, we saw Sick New World. They're doing the Warped Tour. Obviously, when we were a young festival, and they're just popping up more. Ohio or California is for lovers, whatever it is, the one that Hawthorne Heights does. So these bigger venues and stuff, getting closer to festival culture, right? Mm-hmm. And we look at like raves and fucking all these big, Coachella, those things. That to me, I don't go to those places to enjoy music.
I never went to any big festival like that besides we were young, just because I wanted to see Korn, Deftones, Incubus, and Mr. Bungle.
You mean Sick New World?
Sick New World. What did I say?
When we were young?
No, I've never been there. I wouldn't go to that gay shit. Sick New World.
But you love Asking Alexandria.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I went with you.
Yeah, me and Mick went together. Mick fractured his finger or something.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, some dude.
What was her name?
He was
nice,
finger blasting.
We snuck it in. But yeah, no, I mean, to me, I think it's a detrimental thing that it'll plateau, and they won't be able to sell these tickets the way, and then we're going to see more cancellations. Because I personally, like for example, Enter Shikari, they came over in October and November. Like to me, that's such a much bigger deal. And then you follow them and you watch their feed. They're not playing these big festivals or whatever. They're playing their own like headline shows with smaller bands that they're trying to do what this was about in the first place. Like you go see a good show to see like the 1 or 2 bands that you like, and then you're like, who are these openers? Like, I don't give a fuck. But you go and you see them like, I got a new band I like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the fucking point.
That's true.
It's not like
that more.
Okay, I got to fight to go see all these bands I like. Like that's the way it goes, man. I think that was such a more beautiful thing.
Right.
Yeah, there is kind of a middle ground because like I love going to Aftershock and like Danny Wimmer festivals, any of those, because it's like a real festival where they have days. Right. So it's like 4 days long and there's different bands each day. I think that's a real festival.
That's the better way to do it.
Because then it's like, first of all, you don't have to go all the days if you don't want to. And then second of all, yeah, there's a little bit of overlap, but not as much as those festivals.
You see those bills, and it's like literally like those 1 or 2 day festivals. It's like this big chunk bill with like 1 million bands, and then you see the other bills, and it's like that's practical.
Because Aftershock is cool because there's not as many bands per day.
Yeah,
there's like maybe 20,
that's the way to do it.
20 or 25 bands per day.
Yeah.
You know,
not fucking 50 and 60 bands. Just like, bro, I'm not gonna see. There's no way I can see all these bands.
Yeah, so you are, in a way, you are throwing away a little bit of your money going to those because you're paying for those bands, right? But you're not going to see them.
Yeah.
So I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it was for me. I mean, it was great. I had a fun time. We had a great time. It was fun.
I'm sure. Here's the thing: is let's say you do have the money to just toss around to go to those kind of things, and I'm sure it's a fucking blast. But I'm seeing a squeeze on us poor fans. The poor fans who don't have the money to pay for that $300 ticket, that $500 ticket. We miss out on all this, and then guess what? We're the ones left on the wayside, and we're going to local shows. But guess that's how we make these other new bands bigger and all that stuff. So I hope it doesn't take. I hope it doesn't take away from.
But I will say, I think the purpose of a festival is totally different than like a show, in that a festival will bring people to just don't go to shows. Mm-hmm. They don't do that. They don't go to venues. Yeah. They just never will.
Ancillary fans of a
like normies, whatever you want to call it. And there's a purpose. That's why they go, because they like festivals. They like being outside.
Right. Drinking,
they don't go to clubs.
Drinking beers and freaking.
Yeah. You're not going to see them at Chain. You're not going to see them at House of Blues.
That's true.
They just don't go to those things.
It's a different crowd.
They might go to like the Shrine or the Palladium.
I think I found my elitism with that. I really did.
Small venues.
Yeah, small venues where it's like, I know like the people who are at that show are like, all right, we're right here together with each other. Yeah. And versus when I'm walking around a festival, I'm like, this fool fucking listens to so-and-so. And it's like, that's not even what I'm judging him about.
Because you got to think, some of them might be like saving up all year to go to that expensive thing. Because they don't go to shows.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, this is the one thing I'm going to do this summer.
True.
So I'm just going to do that.
Yeah, because there's a lot in the like EDM world and shit. There's a lot of people that do that. They'll just go to like the big festivals. Yeah. But I don't ever like out of my friends, I don't ever see them going to like underground like shows like
underground raves.
Yeah, they don't do that. They just literally go to the one big one and that's it. So that does make sense.
I know a couple people who are into that, but you're right. For the most part, everyone goes to the big raves.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've noticed.
I do have a couple of friends that I'll see them posting some crazy 3 a.m.
basement and shit.
I'm just like, where are you?
That doesn't, honestly, it looks like if there's a fire, that will be dangerous.
Well, because I mean, obviously those are illegal because it's after hours.
Yeah.
So it is a fire hazard.
Yeah, it is.
Because most of the time it's like a warehouse.
And these are the type of shows that I think are better.
Yeah.
No, I've been to a couple of those. Those are fun.
Yeah. It's just a different vibe, you know?
Show,
it's just a different vibe.
I mean, shit, I still remember the days of like backyard and basement shows when like that was like huge. You would see ridiculous turnouts for, and I'm not saying you don't see this now. I just feel like it's changed a little bit, but I would see fucking ridiculous turnouts for these like Colton and Rialto shows where it's like a desert backyard and there's like no fucking neighbors around, and so it's like, all right, cool, we got like 6 bands, and we're just gonna pump it all night till 11:30 because no one gives a fuck. And
that was such a big deathcore thing.
Yeah.
Now I think it's way more of a punk thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I tell them all the time about the ones right now that I feel like are the most like that are ska shows. Yeah. Ska shows are popping.
Ska right now. And like punk, like I don't even know, like now, because now the new scene, it's like everything's combined, like I was saying earlier. Yeah. So a lot of those house shows, there'll be like a straight up beatdown band, playing with like a street punk band with a ska band. It's like all combined now.
Yeah. Well, when we did our little mini tour to Bakersfield, we did a house show because it changed. There was supposed to be a venue, then it changed to a house, and then it changed to another house like couple days before, and we're like,
sounds like Bakersfield.
We're like, fuck, this is our first show, and we have to go play at a house. We're like, we're down, like, fuck it, we're down for that. But like, it changed so many times. We're like, people ain't gonna come, bro. That was the most packed show of the whole fucking 3-4 day run.
Yeah. See, that's what's cool about house shows is that they cost like $5.
Yeah.
Yep. So, like, a lot of kids that normally wouldn't be able to afford to go to a venue,
they can pop $5, and then not only that, they'll usually have 10 to 20 in their pocket, so they'll buy a soda and some nachos if you're pizza, a Little Caesars pizza if you're selling it.
That's what they did.
You know what I mean?
There was there were the lady at the front, which was I think the homeowner.
Yeah, sell candy, soda, and nachos.
She was selling pizza and tickets. She was selling pizza and tickets at the front, and everybody was just boom, boom. Young ass kids, all dressed like fucking gothic new metal kids, all of them.
Hell yeah,
fucking face. Because that's face paint.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about style.
Yep.
That's where like TikTok and the music scene.
Yep, and they were all doing it. They all had fucking the baggy
the shredded,
pants.
Trip pants, right?
Baggy, yeah, the shredded baggy, pants. Is that what it's called? Trip pants.
Trip pants.
Oh man, I'll never get that.
Yeah, they're like industrial raver pants.
Yeah, I'll never get that like as a cool thing. It'll
all
never
the kids in there.
I think it's cool. I wouldn't wear it just for me personally.
No, like on
there's
me,
a lot of things that
foolish.
I like, but just not for myself.
Yeah, it'll make me look foolish as a human being.
Right.
I'm not going to be wearing at 36 years old. Ain't gonna happen.
But it's cool when people pull off stuff like that.
Oh yeah, well I mean
they just have the look for it and it works.
That's how those trends get made. Is you see someone who does a weird thing and then you're like, that doesn't look bad on them. Let me try to do it on me.
Right.
And you just got to be honest. Yeah. Some stuff works, some stuff doesn't.
You try it out. You're like, you know what?
I definitely tried things where I'm like, that
personally,
ain't
me, everyone said I was good in a Kango hat, and I was like trying it for a while. I just never got it for myself.
Which kind of hat is that?
It's like a newspaper boy hat.
Oh, like the Boston hardcore
I tried
guy
it.
hat.
I did the toothpick, and I was like, it's not me.
It's not
me.
It's not getting it.
Do you guys remember? I don't know why, but in the hardcore scene, everyone was wearing those like safari hats for a while. That was a random one I never understood.
Dude, it's like, are you Amish? What's going on?
It'd be like Hawaiian shirt with like the Indiana Jones safari hat. I didn't get that one.
I didn't get it. Where did that come from? Who brought that?
It lasted like
Johnny
one summer.
Craig, I think it was.
Somebody, probably.
It probably started in the pop punk scene.
Yeah,
because everything does, like the Warped Tour scene, and then hardcore kids are pop punk kids. They're interchangeable.
Right. It was somebody's uncle that came through, and it was like, yeah, I like that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I've always thought hardcore had the fun. Always had like the weirdest like fashion trends.
Yeah.
They never made sense.
For a while, it was just white shorts and white shirts and shorts.
Speaking of fashion,
jean shorts.
This isn't on the subjects, and I saw this on Instagram. I don't even know how valid this is, but have you guys seen that? Marilyn Manson's like back in shape, and he put out a good ass record and all this.
Yeah, and then he has Reba on guitar from Code Orange.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy. Yeah,
I mean that explains why there's good music pumping out from him.
Yeah. I mean, she's a beast. She's such a good songwriter.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah. That's actually kind of sick.
He's looking all hot again.
Really?
Everyone's talking about he discovered Ozempic. That's all, which it probably is. It probably fucking is.
I mean, it's
exactly
literally the easiest way to lose weight.
We're gonna see in a decade. We're gonna see fat completely disappear from Hollywood. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't want to go down a whole. I mean, we can if we want to. But the one thing I will say about Ozempic, because a lot of people don't know, is it is kind of dangerous because it also eats away your muscle and your bone density.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just your fat.
Yeah. No, I'm already on. I'm ever since it came out. I would say we're going on the almost 2 years that it's been around thing.
Yeah.
But like the reason I never got into energy drinks and, all kinds of vapes and stuff like that is because I'm like, all right, there's not enough time for me to know that this is not going to have some sort of side effect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now, sure enough, energy drinks, we're seeing side effects. Vapes, we're seeing side effects. So it's like, I always I let the lab rats do their work.
Society,
and
just
then,
try it out
and
first.
Ozempic is one of those things where it's like, fine, lab rats, do your fucking work, but you're the ones who are throwing yourself on the front line.
Because what you're taking is diabetes medication, basically. That's what it is. It's for diabetics.
Not wrong.
So if you're not taking it with like insulin and stuff, basically you're deprived. Like basically you don't absorb not only food and calories, but also vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you become deficient in like zinc and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So it can be dangerous if you take it too often.
And Ozempic, there's also generic versions already.
Yeah.
So it's
there's generic ones that are. So it's a lot cheaper.
Ozempic.
Because isn't Ozempic? It's like $1,200 a shot, like super expensive, right?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that.
I'll go for a bike ride.
That's the Nike of Ozempic.
Yeah. First of all, I didn't know it was a shot at first. I found out you have to get it injected. First of all, that's crazy. Second of all, you have to get it done like every 2 weeks or something. Some people get it every week.
Yeah, there's
that's crazy.
I don't know if I should say it, but there's somebody I know.
You know somebody on Ozempic?
No, but she was. She did it because she was very slightly diabetic.
Okay.
And the doctor was like, "Yeah, do this. You'll lose weight too." But also that doctor did get arrested.
Oh,
for
God.
doing
Nice for fraud.
So so he got arrested. He got arrested. Yeah, legit. So this is what happened.
Talk about a thing that could end your career. With doctors, when you hear a doctor got arrested, you're not going to that doctor anymore.
No, ever.
Well, I mean, he's going to jail. So, because I mean, if you get arrested as a doctor, I think the first thing that happens is you lose your license.
Yeah,
right?
you lose your license.
That's how that works.
So she was going to him. He recommended that because he was like, yeah, you'll lose weight at the same time, so it's a good thing. And she's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. She did.
She's on the news. She's like, I was a little suspicious when he was like, I'm going to inject this Ozempic into you. Now, let me inject it with my penis into your vagina. Wait, what? That's how that works?
That's how it, yeah. That's how
I'm a medical doctor, a medical professional.
You see the plaques up there? Those ain't fake.
They're printed from Kinko's, like not even in frames.
Dude, have you guys ever stumbled upon like those plastic surgery Yelp pages and they have like crazy reviews?
Oh no,
I never seen that.
I've been clicking around and like, whatever, click on one because it has like a low rating.
Yeah.
So when I see low ratings, I don't know why, but like morbid curiosity, I'm like, I need to know. What are they saying? And it'll be like, you inject me in this and then like my arm fell off. Like it'll be something crazy.
What the?
Well,
like these horror stories, dude.
Immediately when you said that there's Yelp reviews for plastic surgery, like I was like, it took me 2 seconds to like catch up to the thought. It's like, oh shit, yeah, you can Yelp review these kind of doctors. That's wild.
The ones that are the most dangerous are BBLs because you can die the easiest from those.
Big body ladies.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
That's what that stands for. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of people, unfortunately, like dying from those, which is super scary.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's crazy. That is funny still.
No, but no. I mean, I think what I'm gonna start doing now is just finding plastic surgery places near me, and then just going.
I just falling down the rabbit hole, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna sign up. Like, let me get the sign up sheet and do all this stuff. And like, I don't have insurance, and then just give them a bad review.
Right. Just. Have you guys ever seen those like the YouTubers that are like, I'm gonna do 1-star review, either food or massage, like whatever. Like they'll only go to 1-star places.
Yeah.
And then be like, I'm gonna try to give them a 5-star review.
I'm gonna try,
but I have to be honest, kind of thing. I love those videos.
That's pretty fun. I never seen
because
that.
sometimes the places are actually pretty good, and you find out that people just kind of suck, and they might be in a bad mood, and they just give them a been review just to do it.
And then there's the one place they walk into that literally they're like, hey, how's it going? Like, fuck you!
Yeah.
You get no soup today. It's like, what the fuck?
Because sometimes people just want to be mad and that's it. You can't convince them otherwise.
Exactly, that's true. I could just be in a bad mood and go eat something like, they didn't fucking offer me water. Fuck these guys. It's like,
they didn't give me a fork or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I did see this video, and this is like, it speaks to that whole point of like when you hit the record button, right? And how videos get interpreted online. But it was this lady, and literally the whole caption is like, me and my son were kicked out of this restaurant because my son is autistic. And then you go read through the comments, as you do, and you find out, like, well, here's a link to the actual news story of why this happened, and and the kid was disruptive and throwing things at other patrons. And so the management was like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't accept that kind of behavior in my restaurant. Honestly, we don't even allow children for the most part. And so they broke the rules of that personal business. I think she is in the wrong. But at the same time, it's that same thing where it's like there's the cake place that refused to serve a gay couple, and it's like so it's that muddy area where it's like, okay, well, these businesses are allowed to operate under the rules that they provide for themselves because they've earned that right.
I actually agree with both those companies.
Right. That's why it's, like I said, a gray area. It's hard to kind of navigate, like, okay, well, who's in the right here, So
I guess everyone's allowed to like have their criticism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
right.
it's
That's the fascinating thing.
If you're legally allowed to deny someone, then people are allowed to hate on you for denying them. That's just kind of how that works.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. If you're willing to accept that kind of hate, hey, be who you want to be.
You're drawing that line in the sand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you can't backpedal if you make that decision.
I'm going to start a hugging business, and I'm just going to have like a hyperlink on like my shirt or something. And I'll just go to Venice or some high foot traffic area. And I'm like, all right, I'm giving out hugs for free today. That's my business. Just review me here. And then I'll just get really good Yelp reviews for my hugs.
Just a bunch of Yelp reviews on your... That'd be pretty fun, actually.
It's only going to be for children, though.
Well, that's weird.
You're like, well, that's the strange part, I think. I don't know if they'll review you well. Bring me your son. Bring me your son.
Yeah.
I want to hug him.
Super like aggressive about it. I need it. Bring him right now.
Dude, there's got to be like a lot of those too, like weird, like daycares that are like sketchy.
Oh yeah, you know,
because you're just trusting so many kids with this random person.
Oh,
yeah.
That's such a crazy business model.
Yeah, it is crazy actually.
You just see an ad. You see an ad on Facebook. Do you need a kid walker? And it's like pictures of a dude with kids on leashes.
Yeah.
You know, running down the street. Ah!
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That must be a crazy thing about being a parent.
Yeah,
is that you have
Trust
to get
somebody like
babysitters
that.
and you just trust them.
Right.
and you have to. You have to.
I come from a Mexican family, so we don't believe in babysitters.
Yeah,
we have
your
siblings,
aunt or your sister,
aunts, uncles,
Somebody
same thing
even
for me.
nieces and nephews watching nieces and nephews.
Same thing for me. Yeah.
As long as you're older than the other one, you're good.
10, 11, who cares?
They'll
It's
just
double
drop you off
digits.
at your aunt's house and leave you there for a couple of days sometimes, you know?
But you just hit on something, Anthony. I would love to see like a candid across the street view of like some guy walking up to a stop sign with like a bunch of kids on a leash.
On leashes, yeah, I'm telling you, that's the visual right there.
You know what I mean? He's like passing out. He's like passing out his
like,
you need someone to watch your kids.
Like you know that app Wag, like the dog
like the
walking.
dog.
Yeah,
Because you know they make like the leashes for kids that are bad that run away.
yeah.
So you just
That's
have
so
them on those, like the little
funny, dude.
backpack ones.
I think I have enough kids to make this advertisement
He's like,
happen
Timmy!
in my family. You know, I have
Timmy,
enough-
Right.
relax. Heal.
I mean, when kids are young enough, they're like less intelligent than a dog, so it works. Like,
That's pretty true,
You know what I mean?
actually.
I personally find animal intelligence unimpressive. Like
What?
when you see
Really,
a
dogs are
dog,
pretty
when you see a dog like do like the stuff that they do in like the competitions and they run and all this stuff.
I mean, that's just repetitiveness.
Yeah, exactly.
Repetition,
That's
yeah.
what I find.
That's different,
Anybody, any creature on the planet, like you could train. I saw a video where they trained a rat to run a maze with a robot. Like it knew how to press the levers to get to the cheese. So it's like, yeah, driven by the right things, all of us could learn the right behaviors.
Yeah.
That's why I find animal intelligence unimpressive. Thank you. That's my Anthony's serious thought.
I get what you're saying because you know they're dumb, but like, so like mine and Melissa's dog, right? Like he right out the gate, he was like, we figured out that he understood outside is where to go potty. Sometimes he'll still go potty inside, but he got to the point very quickly where he would jump. He jumps up and he hits the fucking. So right on the outside, the
While
door
he's
that
shitting?
leads outside, the door that leads to the backyard has the little beads that you go like that open up the blinds.
So he knows already.
So he hits that because he know that's the loudest sound on the door.
Mhm.
Instead of hitting like the doorknob or just the door with the glass or whatever, he hits the beads because he goes.
And you want to know my counterpoint,
What?
Johnny? If your dog was actually smart, he'd use the fucking toilet.
Well, obviously.
people have trained their dogs to use toilets.
people
I've
have.
seen it.
I do follow like animal
That is
trainers
the
where
thing,
they're
yeah.
like, once you motivate an animal the correct way, you get its in its brain young enough. You could train it to do some very impressive things. But none of those things reach outside of the realm of do this thing for a treat.
you're not gonna teach a fucking
read the-
dog to play
read the
guitar. or
newspaper.
something.
Yeah, dogs have limits. Now, when it gets crazy, like a little uncanny, is when you see like orangutans or like
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a
gorillas,
different story.
because I think they're almost as smart as humans. They're just about
Oh, dude,
there.
I think that
They're smarter
those
than
kind of
some
animals,
humans.
the animals
It's like-
that we've like rated on the intelligence quotient spectrum,
Yeah.
you know, and we've discovered how smart they are. Dolphins, octopus,
Yeah.
octopi, whatever.
Like I've seen like orangutans like driving cars.
Yeah, they
and
have their
stuff.
own
Like, they're
languages.
just-
They're
I
smart
love
enough. I
orangutans.
think that literally they might even be smarter than us because they don't civilize.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like,
Maybe
you know-
that's the key. Is like, you know what? Like,
Yeah, they don't
see
pay
us, like, you
taxes.
guys are fucking it up, dude.
Well, we're paying
Y'all are
taxes. They're
retarded.
chilling, dude.
Who's
you know?
really smart here?
Yeah.
Who's really in
Because
charge?
we quantify intelligence by being able to speak, but that doesn't really
Doesn't
count for anything.
No,
Like,
it doesn't.
Yeah.
you don't need language to be intelligent.
Dolphins speak to each other just as well as we do, if not
Just
better.
like birds. Birds are super smart too.
Yep.
We can't understand them, but they have their own form
They
of
have their own
communication.
language.
Are you guys-
Language is nothing.
Are you guys Harry Potter fans?
I love Harry Potter, yeah.
Okay, so you guys want to learn how to speak
I like
Parseltongue?
Hermione.
Oh God, get over it. Get over it. We're past this already.
Oh, okay, my
He's a
bad.
full-grown
You
adult
guys,
woman.
you guys
We love
know
her.
that Harry Potter is just like basically like it's like mini Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, no, all
it's
these
like a branch
stories it's the same way as like Lion King is Hamlet and shit, you know. But okay, so Parcel Tongue is literally like 8 words. It's very easy, and all you have to do is say it in the whisper tone. But it's any of the combination of these words: is, as, was, has, ocelot. What's the other one? Shit, there's like a couple more, but watch, I'll give you an example of it. Hot sauce, hot socks. You're right? That's Parcel Tongue. And what that sentence, what I said, what that means is I'm hungry.
You said you're hungry and all that?
Yeah.
How though?
Look at the subtitles. Michael put them in.
I mean, I'm going to have to put them in.
Yeah, well, speak it. Try it, Johnny.
Have you heard Snake Jazz?
So I think, would you say they like did that on purpose on the like writing side to make it easy for the actors?
I'm very curious because if you sit and you watch every time that someone speaks Parcel Tongue in the movies, I can't unhear it at this point. It's like is, as, was, has, ocelot, hot, sauce, socks. It's like those are the words, hard S sounds. And it's like
probably easy to learn.
Exactly.
You know?
It's like they're obviously, they're making it up. It's not.
But like making up a language from scratch that's actually like a full-on language,
who did it really
that'd be really tough to do.
Mila Jovovich in The Fifth Element. When she does her little like rambly thing, she speaks like a foreign language. Like I'm like, oh shit,
sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds great.
That's a good movie.
That movie's awesome.
She looks great in that movie.
Everything about that movie was super. That movie changed my life. I would say. I remember when we rented that on VHS. On VHS, dude. I fucking rewound it immediately, put it in again.
Dude, I haven't watched
Corbin
that movie
Dallas Multipass.
Chicken. Good. Chicken. That's my shit, dude.
Cool
I love
story,
that.
bro.
Was that Mike
I like
just
the
saying
drops,
it?
dude.
That was just Mike saying it.
It sounded like him. Bro, I love that there's a fucking soundboard now.
Yeah, no, I will come with waves and waves of stuff.
Just wait.
To throw in there.
Just wait until I'm on there. You already know it's gonna be a.
Do we want to do another one of these songs, or do you want to do that Henry Rollins clip? We've kind of been on this subject.
That. Yeah, let's do that.
I already got one queued up.
Here we go.
Okay.
Mike's got something.
Whatever you want, Mick. Let's do it. What is this? Holywatr.
Oh yeah, I love these guys.
Ooh,
These are my boys.
a little loud. A little loud. There we go. I love it though. Shit, this has the elements of the shoegaze and the swan core.
Yeah, they're like a little bit of everything. I just recently saw them. They did like a release show.
Oh, really?
I'm liking that.
They killed it.
Am I crazy? Or they? Yeah. See, they're like cutting to like a old school like tape camera.
Yeah.
Watch these shots.
Yeah, some of it's filmed on the VHS camera.
I like the city in the background.
Yeah, see that? There you go. See, that's all. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's cool. Actually, that is cool.
I like it.
Yeah, these guys they're
Great
gonna
vocalists.
be
I like the
huge.
vocalists.
Yeah.
They're actually blowing up right now.
Are they?
This is Holywatr, and the song is called "Eat Me."
Yeah, it's a playthrough.
Yeah.
That's not their music video, actually.
Oh, really?
It just says a playthrough.
Oh, wow. But it is cool.
This just looks
simplistic,
like a music
2-camera
video.
shoot.
What are you talking about? Playthrough. It's a music video. What are these guys, retarded?
It's probably multicam.
Yeah, it's still a music video. This is a music video.
There's like a thing
they're
now
not
where
focusing
like
on the
when
playing.
it's really simple, they call it usually like a visualizer.
Yeah.
That's a music video.
I know.
Zach?
I consider it a music video, but I'm saying like in the industry, now they separate it to where if it's like really like one location, one look,
just one like
they call it a visualizer.
So going off
now.
of like a pure assumption, like when someone says this is a playthrough video, I immediately just expect it to be a guitar playthrough, drum playthrough, vocal playthrough.
That's what I think.
And they focus
or
on
like in the studio.
Yeah,
I usually think
like a whole band in the
I
studio.
don't think like cinematic lighting or anything. I just think
and
like
this is
playthrough in the studio.
Right.
I wonder why they chose to do that.
Yeah, that's weird. This is a music video. What are they talking about?
It's kind of like a thing. You know how like certain terms
they're just trying to push buttons.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is piss me the fuck off. Is what they're trying to do right now.
No, because that's not the first time I've seen something like that.
That's what it was. I finally discovered it. I finally remembered. What was the guy you brought? The discount Christ guy. What was his name? Okay, so our rating scale should be: is this like watch or hate watch? I think that's good.
Fucking this guy, hate watch. I hate watch all his shit.
Thornhill to me, like watch.
Like watch.
Holywatr so far, like watch.
Yeah.
KennyHoopla, like watch.
Like watch. Yeah. And then
Discount Christ, fucking whatever his actual name is, hate watch.
Hate watch.
I watch, dude. I'm telling you right now, my Instagram is
all hate watch.
It's 90%
I got
hate
a
watch,
friend
dude.
I was talking to earlier.
Yeah.
Why do we do that? Though?
Well, it's engineered that way.
Yeah.
The algorithm, when it knows that you don't like something, and it'll showing
feed you that shit, and then you'll comment on stuff unnecessarily.
Bro, there's this guy
because
hate watch.
Negative reactions does way better for the algorithm than positive.
It really
does. What
does.
a bad thing for us, huh?
That's where we're at, dude. It sucks. So
like I said, society doesn't get better at being civil to each other. We just get better at looking cooler.
Yeah.
No, you said that point last week, and that was on par with the truth.
That's why, like one of the smartest pop artists I think is Doja Cat, because she always pisses off her fans.
Yeah,
and it works. They never learn.
Every time.
They never learn. Every time they get so mad, it just makes her bigger.
A hot chick, though.
Well, I mean, that's the same. It's the same shit as the way Trump plays the heel.
She uses her sexuality,
dude.
I feel like she makes herself look super weird sometimes on purpose to like not look sexy.
But Ice Spice is the one.
But yeah, she does. She does make herself look weird and like unattractive. But would you still?
I mean, yeah, she's exactly. Dude, she's a good looking chick for sure.
Right off the bat, he wasn't able to answer with a yes or no. He's like, I mean,
I'm not going to deny it. Doja Cat's a very beautiful woman. I'm not going to deny that. But she's smart, dude. She knows how to like push people's buttons.
She knows what she's doing.
Just enough, not to where like they stop listening to her. Mm-hmm. Just enough to where they're like, "Well, I'm mad at you," and then they come back.
I think that's a thing that's happened since the inception of this Twitter, Instagram sort of way of promotion.
Yeah.
If you don't even have to have super good quality music. If you're good at like manipulating the listeners, the emotions, and
it's called honeypotting.
Yeah, I mean it works.
Honey pot, baby.
Give me some Pooh Bear. I want some honey pot right there.
Oh, you need to stop.
Yeah, I mean that's why like in rap there's so many like beefs and stuff because it boosts both artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. I mean, like they say, no. What do they say? Fucking all press is good press.
All press is good press, which is true.
Real quick, Mick,
100%
hit me with an oh bother. That was such a good poo. Give me hit with a oh bother.
What,
he doesn't know anything about
say
poo.
oh bother as poo. Oh bother.
I got you.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Oh, brother.
Oh bother.
Oh bother. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Make me do that again, by the way.
I'm going to put you on the spot every time that you do a voice.
Every of the time.
Every of the times?
Damn.
All of the times.
There's this guy that I hate watch, dude, and I'm getting so... Oh,
you can't...
Mick!
Send it. Full
Mick,
send it.
Send it.
Send it to the chat.
I just sent one, Mick. I sent one already.
Full send it.
There's two guys. There's a group. There's a group, and then there's one single guy.
From the shit you send me, I'm worried.
Gosh, dude, it fucking hurts me, and it makes me want to fight every time. I'm like, please let me just see this guy at a fucking hardcore show. I'll be so happy.
Fred Durst, fight music? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, exactly. What's that clicking noise? I like that. It's very satisfying, to be honest.
That's ASMR.
ASMR, as I like to call it. Look at this guy.
Damn, dude, William Hum has come a long way. He's come a long way. Surprising.
Fucking tie-my shoe.
Bro, if you keep going through their
rice,
like...
Bitch? Got rice?
You keep going through their shit...
What is...
That's different.
He's playing a cello, dude.
Now
That's,
this makes
that's
sense
unique.
to me. This makes sense. What are you guys laughing at? I think this is good.
Have you guys been on the page Catatonic Youths?
No.
Okay, I think you guys would like it.
Oh, hell
Search it up.
So it's
Search
basically,
it, Mick.
it's like cursed music videos and cursed songs.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
You know, I don't like calling it bad.
Catatonic Youths.
I don't like saying bad music because I don't like to put things down, but it's things that are just very weird, avant-garde. Like the music video choice, it's like, why would you film it that way? Just not very aware of what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Not self-aware at all.
Not self-aware. So it's all stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh, this is Tim and Eric core.
Yeah. But these bands
Wait, you
are
wouldn't
not
called it
joking. They're
first
serious.
of all,
These
you
are all
wouldn't-
serious
Very
artists.
sincere.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I mean, is this not the shit that
All right,
I
well-
send you guys?
Yeah, no, this is exactly what he sends us in the chat all the time. Okay, I think
First
this
of all,
actually,
I love this page. I look at it like every day.
now this brings me to, I think that the Henry Rollins thing is very apropos right here.
Tim and Eric is a really good reference. It is like
Yeah, it's a Tim and Eric genre.
It just feels like you're in like a weird dream every time you go on it. Like, what am I
You
watching?
expect to see Will Ferrell selling clowns to you in a second.
You're
Yeah.
gonna wake up sweaty.
I'm just waiting for.
having a fever dream.
I'm waiting for Eric
Mick,
Andre to pop up, you know?
One day I would like, Mick, if we got to shoot an intro for the show, like just for one episode, a one-off thing where we did it in the style of Tom Goes to the Mayor. You know, I think we could pull off something like that, and it'd be very funny. It'd be
That'd
very
be
funny.
so fun, dude. We got to do some more promotional shit for the show anyway.
So on that topic of like what is talentless, what is like clueless or uninformed or unself-aware, play that Henry Rollins clip if you have it. I want to.
Okay. Yeah, it's in there somewhere, Mick.
It's in the chat.
I pulled it up separately, I think. Just click the... I sent another couple things, but click the one with Henry Rollins in it.
Uh-huh.
There
There you go. There's that gray-haired bastard.
I mean, has he not had a gray hair for fucking...
Since 1991. I've been keeping track. Since
He's
1991.
looked exactly the same.
Okay, here we go.
He's
Tom
listening-
Green interviewing
It's
with him.
called by Rolling Stone the top 10 punk rock bands of all time.
That means nothing to me, but
Yeah.
okay.
I was wondering if you pay attention to that sort
No,
of
not
thing.
at all.
No.
No.
You don't care about awards? You won a Grammy.
I won a Grammy. It was gone for many years. We got it back earlier this year. It sits in my boss's office. This woman running my life for the last 16 years. Kind of laughed loud. And it's in her office. It looks fine in there. But awards, I've been given a lot of platinum and gold records. Not my records, but ones I've been on. The other guy's record that I sang on, or a compilation record, a soundtrack. Traditionally, I get them. I say thanks. I sign them, and we give them away for some pledge drive.
Yeah.
And they auction off for 88 cents, and someone gets something. But no award. Giving an award for art is just like saying, like, you know, your song is better than his, or your song is awesome. It kicked ass. Like, it's a song. I don't need a trophy for it.
There you go.
Huh, I like that.
Right? How do you not agree with that? Isn't
Yeah.
that a beautiful statement? It's a beautiful sentiment.
Yeah, I definitely get where he's coming from.
Yeah, music is an art form, and it's like we're not doing it for the accolades of a fucking trophy. We're doing it because we love it.
Now play some of those Comatose Youths clips. No.
Yeah.
But no, okay, so to speak to this, right? This is the push and pull in me. This is the tug of war in me. Is I know I lie along this, you know, this spectrum of artists. There's dudes like posts that are just like, damn, that guy fucking knows how to make a banger.
Yeah.
And then there's the people that live in the middle, and there's people who we will laughably be like, that person is not good at this.
Yeah.
But on that whole spectrum, we all still as humans have the right to try to make art that touches our hearts or other people's hearts and stuff. So that's the part that makes it difficult for me, is if not for having that that privilege since I was like 15, 16 years old, I had a computer I could record into, and it gave me this drive and passion to create my form of art. And I just fucking, to plug myself real quick, I just released the 21-track Christmas album. If anybody wants to go listen to it, Tensions and Friends Save Christmas. So, I mean, and like,
I'm only upset that me and Mick didn't get on that.
I told him, dude, off camera, I'll tell you about how you guys are going to be part of part 2 and how I wanted time did not allow for it, but ask Mick, did I not, or didn't I bring you an awesome idea for how you guys could have been on it? It's just we were too rushed.
I can't wait for it.
I played the 5th.
Mike will never talk about this Christmas album. But yeah, so to me, the idea that to provide even these people who like we look at their videos and they're like they're not very good, and I'm sure they get all this like negative shit, and they get people pumping them up too. We see that.
Yeah,
but,
too much of that.
Without that, you wouldn't get these people with the pension and the passion, you know, getting better and learning how to do it better.
I guess. Mick, put on that last one I sent.
You're like, on that note.
Put on that last one I sent.
Try to be positive here, Johnny.
It's not going to be positive with this fucking guy.
Which one?
I sent to the very last one that I sent.
In the chat. It'll be in the chat.
The Chatterooski. You see that? You like that?
I thought that was the soundboard.
Pretty good, right?
I thought that was the soundboard. That was you, Johnny?
That was me.
Oh, wow.
All me. I'm
Sound effects
very talented,
guy over.
guys. Just so you know. Sound effect aficionado.
Foley sound, dude.
See? Foley sound.
Yeah, he's the sound effect guy. I'm the voice guy. I could do a good Michael Caine. You know, Michael Caine. No, that's not bad, right?
Not bad. Can you do it?
Master Wayne.
You got ball, but I ain't gonna fall. I'm not sorry I enthralled y'all. I had a waltz, now I'm back to mall.
Bro knows how to rhyme.
I had to crawl.
Bars.
Bro, German and I had a haul just to call. I almost lost it all, but Kenny stalled.
Hang on a second. I got a comment. I'm going to ask you guys a question.
Good.
How much do you think he pays rent?
I hate that
How
guy,
much do you think he pays rent?
Look at these holes. Look at this plaster in this wall.
Like this
that's
guy,
definitely
to be fair, he's filming on location, Mick.
I'm just saying.
That's got to be a peer space.
If I see this guy, it's on site. That's all I'm saying, guys.
You're throwing hands. I don't even care.
I'm sick of his shit.
He's all, oh my God, it's Johnny from the Dunce. You gotta get
I hit.
Dude,
like seriously, like hit that shit with the pressure washer.
No, I'm just saying.
Before you shoot it.
I'm just saying this guy has more. He's got more views and like everything than we do. All of us together.
Hey, let's do the stool and let's rate it. Do you think this is love watch or hate watch?
Go to his page and go just click any video, dude.
I mean, it made me laugh, so I kind of love it. You know what I mean?
It brought me joy.
It brought me joy.
Every time. I'm laughing every time, but I'm like,
I think
so do you really hate it?
Hate watch.
If it makes you smile, do you really hate it? You know what I mean?
It's
glass empty or glass full.
Unrelease this.
Dude, comment sections rule, dude.
I love comment
I think that's why we all dig in. When I get like plus 300 likes on a comment, I'm like, my whole week is like everything else I don't need to care about. I fucking killed it with these 300 people.
You're waving hi to random people. Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Dude, that video
I'm walking on sunshine. Oh.
That track sounded like Chris D'Elia trying to do Eminem.
Yeah.
It didn't even sound like Eminem. It sounded like an impression of Eminem.
Right. Yeah. Dude, it's so funny when you see Hardcore Keem in there just fucking commenting on random shit. You're like, hey,
I love it.
Every time it's always
He's everywhere.
Keem. He is on it every time.
Was it Brendan Sagalow and somebody else? I don't know who, but on their show, they were doing a killer Eminem. And I'm like, this impression needs to spread to the world.
It's probably Sagalow.
He was just like, my mind's in a filament. I'm going to take it, the pills and I'm going to spill them it. And you know what I mean? It's like, that's the cadence. That's it. You just have to do that. Yeah. You have to do that and then find the rhymes in time to do it.
Yeah.
I need to find the rhymes in time to do it. And then I'm going to do it, and then guess what? You're going to spew it. You know, it's like, that's kind of the cadence. That's the whole thing.
That's true.
Especially new Eminem.
Yeah.
I feel like new Eminem is just, it all sounds so similar, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like his old stuff, the songs used to, like his cadence would change per song.
Yeah.
And now it's all just, it's like battle rap. I don't even know what to call it.
He went back to the battle rap side and just, he's like, that's all I'm doing now.
He's like 8 Mile forever. It's weird.
He's stuck in that.
I'll tell you.
I guess if you're into battle rap, it's cool, but you know,
the man has changed my life in this way. Whenever I have some sort of dispute in public with somebody I don't know, a stranger or whatever, all I do is I look down at my shoes, I look up, and I go, "I'm not afraid," and then they just run away screaming. They're like, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?"
Eminem legit changed my life.
He changed. He's one of the people who was a zeitgeist changer. For sure he evolved.
I mean, he changed culture. You know,
right?
He really did.
I mean, a lot of the artists like that era. It was like him, Limp Bizkit, Korn, 50 Cent.
That's
every artist from that. Literally every artist
You're
from that era.
You're talking about Jonny in a nutshell. Yeah. No, I mean, I and maybe it's just me being of that age, but like I think like there was such a, even if it was capitalized and commercialized the same way that music is nowadays as it's distributed, even though it's distributed differently, like the music from that time, bro, like even Limp Bizkit, let's take it to the lowest common denominator. There was a heart in it you couldn't deny, dude. When you heard like, there's something to me about not understanding exactly how they recorded a specific guitar part or like a you know, a sound effect or something, and then like you listen back to it and you're like, I still don't know what they did there. You know? And like we were, you know, we're diffusing current music, modern music. Oh yeah, well it's this pedal or that pedal. It's like we've got this better understanding, and still it's like that's where the heart I think comes for me, is like where I can't understand like, the fuck did Wes Borland do to this tone that made it slap so fucking hard, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of that too is that there was just less music out, so there was less to get influenced by. So you had to just kind of like come up with stuff literally out of your brain. Like you had no where are you getting ideas from? It had to be from your mind.
It was still in that time of no ideas. I mean, new ideas were literally coming from the people rather than like mimicking somebody else, and then like,
because it's impossible to not be influenced by something now. You literally can't do it.
It's impossible now. Yeah. It's so weird to think about it, but literally
there's trillions of artists out, like literally trillions. It's possible.
Yeah, that's so crazy when you think about it. What are you saying, Mick?
What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this homeless guy?
Oh God, no.
What
do you think? Why do you have to say homeless guy right off the bat?
Someone's trying to help this guy out.
Okay.
They're not going to light him on fire or nothing, right?
Why are you throwing trash at me?
It's not trash.
Yes, it is.
It's all clean, brand new stuff that you can wear. It's all brand new.
A Tottenham sweater. Really? What am I, a fucking loser?
I'm trying to help you out.
I'd rather freeze my dick off than be seen.
You're bringing me Walmart shit. I'm a Target man through and through.
Wait, what was the sweater?
I didn't hear it was.
Did he say Cotton On?
Topman sweater.
Topman.
Oh, I thought he said
a golf company?
That's like that's the equivalent of giving a guy a sandwich, a homeless guy, and he's like, "What the fuck? I want cash.
Yeah,
I don't want a sandwich."
Right,
bro. What?
Which I've
to be fair, I always spit in those sandwiches.
I've tried to buy homeless people food and they don't want it, and I'm like, well, I know what you're doing.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird position to be in, right?
You unfortunately want to party, so
yeah, it's a weird position to be in, especially, dude. California is getting wild.
Yeah,
it's getting wilder and wilder.
It's crazy when I work in Marietta, and it's crazy when we have crackheads out there. I'm like, what the fuck?
You personally told me this is why you don't like
for that. What are you guys doing out here?
Yeah, you personally told me this is why you don't like people. That was you, right? You said that. That's why?
No, I just don't like people.
No, but you said because the homeless thing.
What?
Which was why I was like, oh yeah, well, if there's a lot of people, then that makes sense. But you,
what?
You didn't know that?
Homeless.
You guys are idiots, by the way.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
I have no idea what he's talking about. What?
No, because you were saying this.
I was saying what?
That you don't like you did the thing. Remember?
Yeah.
Mick, back me up here.
I don't remember this. What did I say?
He's all, no.
Look, this is the thing. This is the thing. I say a lot of things on the podcast that I don't remember because most of the time I'm a couple cutwaters in, which right now I'm a couple in. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I'm just saying that he said
I love
this
the
to
Asian
me.
Community.
But you hate the homeless community. That was where I was confused.
I don't hate them. They bug me.
That's where you're from. You're from the homeless community. What were you trying to say?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm completely lost in the substance of what you were talking about.
To get into a really serious point.
Okay.
Nix everything. Okay. with the whole homeless thing, I almost like my entire life, I've almost like had this like fears. Like I almost get what it's like to like, I would give up, not want to pay taxes and shit. And just like,
I think about that every day.
all the time. It's like, it's just like,
It's like something that every
I'm
American
go hibernate in a cave like a bear, you know? Like,
I could be there.
Yeah, no, that is definitely something I would be susceptible. I almost get it.
It wouldn't take me that much to get there, is what I'm saying. It wouldn't take that much to get.
I thought it was talking to someone of the community already. I thought you were giving us tips on how to do it.
What do you think? Think about how many
look
people.
Look at his facial hair, everybody. Am I crazy?
Hey, I'm actually cleaned up right now. What are you talking about? It's a sweater, huh? It's a jacket. Hey, can I get a buck?
No, but I mean,
you got $1.
I mean, shit. I like to.
What do you drink? 4 Locos?
Can I get $1? I need
5 Locos. Dude, do they still sell 4 Loko?
I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah,
I remember they like discontinued it, and then they were like, we reformulated.
They took out the caffeine.
They took out the caffeine.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah, I
that's dark.
Fucked up on.
That's a dark path. Those 4 Locos, dude. Those things are.
You want to fucking. I mean, you can't. They're not the same anymore. But back in the day, if you wanted to not remember past week, you drink a couple of those.
Yeah.
And you're dead.
Get some heart palpitations going.
Oh yeah. I know. It's literally on the can. It's 4 Locos. It's 4 Loco people.
Right.
It's 4 people who are loco.
Anybody that's crazy, that's what you drink.
You know what sucked though is that it was the most affordable drink.
Yeah, I was like,
that's what made it
$2 for a
7-Eleven. You have $3 and you get wasted for the night. You know?
Yeah,
fucked up. Dude.
Or like if you're underage, you have like your older friend buy you. It was like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was the one drink they'd buy you.
I remember when I lived in Vegas, me and my brother would get the fucking 32 ounce or a 40, and we would get the fucking what's it called? Basically like a Bud Light kind of fucking
Steel Reserve.
No, it wasn't Steel Reserve.
King Cobra.
No, it wasn't King Cobra. It was
Natty Ice.
No,
Natty Light.
It wasn't Natty.
Mickey's?
It was one of the Bud Light ones.
Bud Ice.
It's not Bud Ice. Bud Ice. Bud Platinum. Oh, dude, I remember Bud Platinums.
Those are so gross,
bro. Bud Ice. We used to
They're
get them
gnarly.
in Vegas for 90 cents.
I believe it.
90 cents. The 40s. Holy shit!
I completely believe
That's
it.
like they were trying to sabotage your
in
childhood,
Vegas, bro. No, it wasn't like it was when I was like 20.
Yeah, I would still call you a child when you were 20.
I was like, when I was in Vegas, I was like 23, 24.
Yeah.
And me and my brother would go get some fucking the Bud Ice fucking 90 cents at the liquor store that we found. Fucking 32 ounce. We get like 4 of them, dude. We'd be fucking retarded.
You guys are keeping that shit on the shelves and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It is
Fucking
funny
crazy.
that like as like the first thing you drink as a teenager is a 40.
Yeah.
That's like the rite of passage, you know?
Mickey's and shit.
It's never like a good beer. You don't start off with like a craft beer.
No.
You know?
Nothing
It's
good.
a stolen beer from somebody's house that
But
nobody
like
knows.
imagine how different your life would be if someone gave you like a really nice craft beer. Like,
good IPA.
What do you
Yeah.
define as a nice beer? What do you think would have changed the whole trajectory?
Like if you started off with like a Belgian beer or something like that, like a real fancy one.
Like a Newcastle or something.
Because
at
those
least.
beers are almost like, they're like wine almost.
Yeah.
Some of them even come with the cork in it and stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Damn.
Delicious. Oh, I love that. I love that.
Delicious. That's true.
So, you know, I'm
It
just
is
saying,
delicious.
it might change your life depending on what your first beer is.
That's true.
If my first beer was a Delirium Tremens, I would be a different human being.
Okay, this is fun. Anthony, what was the first alcohol you ever tasted? What
It was Natural Light. Natural Light.
How old were you?
I was 11 years old. I was 11 years
I
old.
gotta say,
My parents, they were church-going folk, and they were so into church and everything. But once beer crept into their lives, they're like, "This fucking shit rules." So I was like, "I got to see what this is all about."
Because I was like, I think your mom is pretty down, dude.
But yeah, no, me and my sister were like, "We got to see what this is about," and we're not even like I said, probably like 13 and 11.
Yeah.
And we try it and we're like, this is fucking disgusting. What the fuck is this? You know, not even giving ourselves the chance to get buzzed. But how about you take us out on your first drinking story?
Mine was okay. It's kind of funny. So me and my friend, we broke into my friend's house, right? Because we would
You
go
told
to
this already.
I did,
you
right?
told this story.
So that was the first time.
That was the first time.
Alcohol was a wine cooler. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And we basically our homie. I'll real quickly tell you. He showed us where his key was because we would go to his house and hang out all the time. So me and my other friend, he wasn't around. So we're like, all right, let's go get the key and let's fucking go into his house. So we did. We stole soda and we stole wine coolers and we drank them right next to his house. We didn't even go fucking far.
Yeah,
we went
didn't go to the woods, didn't go down the way.
We took like 20 steps and we're
hide behind a dumpster.
This is good enough. He'll never know.
Yeah. And wine coolers was my first. And I was like, these are kind of nasty. I don't really like this.
What was it, like a Boone's Farms or something?
Yeah, it was like the generic fucking, that one. The one with the fucking foil.
I feel like that's like what, like we have seltzer to replace that now.
Yeah.
That's basically what seltzer is now.
Kids nowadays, they're definitely drinking White Claws.
Yeah, White Claws.
That's what they're drinking.
That's the one, yeah.
Topo Chicos, White Claws.
Yeah. You have a first drink story?
I'm trying to think of one that's even worth telling versus I just got drunk.
Well, what was the first one, like the first taste of alcohol that you had?
Probably like a friend coming over and we like stole probably one of my dad's beers from the fridge or something like that. Nothing too like
that's what I was saying, dude. It's like that's always like a whatever beer. It's always something. Like I gotta try it.
Like we didn't have like some crazy night. You know what I mean? Like
it's always stilling some beer.
I just picture. I really do picture every kid like the first time they try something. Right after that first sip, their initial reaction is like, "Oh, I think I'm drunk."
But it's just your body having a violent reaction.
Yeah, just like, no, I think I'm sick.
Yeah. Like, this is what being drunk is.
Yeah. What about you, Mick?
Before Cutwaters, there was clubs.
Clubs. I remember clubs.
That was my first drink of alcohol.
Clubs.
I was 17.
17. Oh, dang. I think he beat all of us.
Yeah,
like I said, I was 11.
I was like 13.
13.
I was around 13 when I first drank a beer.
Dude, you have the highest moral code out of all of us. No, that should be rewarded.
Nah.
If there's any takeaway from this show, it's that the moral high ground.
I was homeschooled.
Nah, he's a pussy.
Homeschool, that makes sense.
All right, who's doing the outro?
Are we done?
I mean, we're going on 2 hours, right?
All right, see you guys. See ya.
Do the outro, Johnny. Do your job.
What's up? Hey, thanks for listening to Thee Stool Podcast.
I'm going to do it. Never mind. Shut up, Johnny.
Go ahead.
This is Thee Stool Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a blast. Do we have to do plugs?
Yeah, real quickly.
I thought we were going to try to like intermittently add them.
Yeah. Add yours right now.
Okay, so I am Anthony, a.k.a. Uncle Energy, a.k.a. Nerdworthy. Follow my band Dead Widow, CA. All these on Instagram. I have a record out for my band Tensions that I just dropped. It's a Christmas record. It's a lot of fun, all kinds of funny sketches and stuff in there. 21 tracks of awesomeness. Come check it out. Johnny.
It's already out?
It's already out.
I'm going to listen to that.
Dropped Friday.
I'm listening.
December 6th. It's out.
Wait, so it's not out then?
It dropped Friday, December 6th.
December 6th, guys. It dropped 2 days ago.
Hell yeah.
Are you going to show me or are you just going to show him? Hey, thanks for listening to the Stool Podcast. My name is JonnySavag. Hey, guys, check me out on IG, JonnySavag, JonnySavag. Also on YouTube, also on TikTok. Check out my band, DNG Heavy, on IG. And also, if you just type in DNG, I don't know, like music on YouTube, you'll find us. Zach did our new music video. He also did our past 3 music videos. So definitely go check those out. I think their last 3 videos were on BTTV or BVTV, something like that. What was it? BTTV?
Yeah, BVTV, I think.
BVTV.
Just type in DNG Decorum. You'll find it. That's how I always tell everybody. Plus our YouTube channel where I'm getting going. So we're going to put the new music video, I think, on there. Something like that. But yeah.
Boom.
So check it out. Check out The Dunce. We got a new EP that just passed. Just came out. It's called, what's it called? Ignite. It's called Ignite. Music video for Quantum's coming out soon. And that's pretty much it. Mick, what do you got? And then we'll go to Zach after that.
Go to Zach first.
Yeah,
let Mick wrap us. Yeah, let Mick wrap us.
Okay. Zach, what do you got to plug, brother?
What's up, guys? So yeah, check me out on Instagram, Astral Media. I direct music videos for a lot of metalcore bands, hardcore bands, rappers, pop artists, whatever.
Don't be coy. Tell them whose videos you did.
Yeah, I mean, I've done videos for Suicide Silence, Left to Suffer, working on some exciting ones that I can't exactly say the names of yet, but some of your favorite artists are definitely going to be on that list.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be sick, yeah. Next couple months are going to be really cool.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Any other links you want to share? Any other pages?
Yeah, I'm also in a band if you guys want to check that out. We're called Curvesight. Curvesight LA is our IG. It's like shoegaze, grunge kind of stuff.
Okay.
So if you like Deftones.
Are you drumming, guitars?
I'm playing drums, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Honestly, I didn't know that. We should have talked about that more.
Oh, it's all good. No worries.
Next time.
Yeah, I'll just come back with talk about it again. But yeah, so I'm in a band as well. So
cool.
Nice.
Cool.
We're looking for music. Yeah.
All right, Mick, take us away, buddy.
Hey, what's up, guys? I am Mick. I have a new bunch of songs coming out right now for Mickstradamus that I'm working on. Are really interesting. So keep an eye out for that. You can follow me on Instagram at Mickstradamus. At Mickstradamus, that's right. And I have a single out right now called Lullaby. Go ahead and check that out. And Cherry Coyote with Anthony.
Yes.
Right here. We are working.
We are right around the
diligently to get that project cranking right now. So hopefully early next year, I can get some shows scheduled. You know what I mean? So we're gonna push for that. The Dunce, like Jonny was saying, new music video coming out soon, and our new EP Ignite is out now.
Nice.
And this has been. Actually, you know what? You take us out, Jonny.
Thank you for listening. This has been the Stool Podcast. Appreciate y'all for listening, for watching. Thank you, Zach, for coming through and hanging out. We're going to definitely put another episode out because we got to talk about your band and talk a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah, it was a great conversation today. Yeah, when we don't get to our topics, usually it's like such a great conversation, man.
Yeah, usually.
Load. Oh, good.
So I appreciate you coming through. Thank you guys for listening to the Stool Podcast. We'll see you next time. Peace out.
Love you.
Yes.